giving you the tools to find higher paying loads and streamline your operation. And right now, you can try the Pro Plan free for 30 days, a $159 value. Click the link in the description to claim your free Pro Plan and start making smarter moves for your trucking business today.
Warning: the following content contains strong language and may not be suitable for children. This content is primarily for adults, as this is a trucking channel and truckers have filthy mouths. Please don't tweak if I say viewer discretion is advised.
Sweet.
What's going on? What's going on? Come on in. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Come on in. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on all post notifications. We almost got about 80 people in here. So I'm not gonna go down the list. Shout out to everybody that's watching. Come on in. Shout out to all the MGMs. I will highlight this. Shout out to
Sweet.
D Jenkins for the super chat. What's going on? What's going on? Appreciate you. All right, Thursday night edition of whatever live stream. Got a guest in the building tonight. This is a content creator who does primarily gig economy content, cargo van, I guess you could say as well. Goes by the name of Big CJ. Welcome to the channel, Big CJ.
Yeah, I like
How you
that.
doing?
I'm good, man. Appreciate you allowing me to come on your platform.
It's all good. That's all good. I heard you
Yes,
wanted to
sir.
talk. I heard you wanted to talk to me. So what's up?
Yeah. So first, like I said, appreciate you letting me come on. I've actually watched your videos when I was first researching. I actually was looking into the box truck business first, and I was getting a lot of content from you. Um, and I learned a lot. I do appreciate it, but I watch everyone. I don't just listen to one person. And obviously, I'm here because you did do a review on a video that I did regarding my moving services that I was trying to start. And I'm not here to argue or try to defend myself. It's mainly, I'm doing it for mainly the viewers because I think that me and you have two different mindsets. And I agree with probably 90% of what you say. There are things that I don't agree with, and that's not a big deal because every business, is their own business. You do what you want. But I think just in all fairness, I think that if I, you what you reviewed was like this much of the information, and I think if I give you all of the information, you might reassess, your opinion about my decision. So that's mainly what I want to go through and kind of give my side because you were talking to my image, and obviously I can't respond. And you had questions, I want to answer it, and I think it'll be educational for everybody. So
See, now, now,
that's
now,
basically what
now,
I'm here
now,
for.
now, hold on now, because that's not what you said in your video. That's not
What I
what you
say?
said. That's not what you said in your video. Your video, it was like it was smoke. Because let me explain to you why I say that. You do content. I do content. I do a show at night called After Dark. It's a reaction show where I react to
Mhm.
content. One of your subscribers sent me that video to react to. I'm gonna be honest with you. I watch your channel from time to time, not often. I don't really watch a lot of stuff in this space because I'm not looking to acquire knowledge in this space, right? So a lot of the content it serves me no purpose, and I'm not saying that arrogantly. I'm just not looking for education in this space because I have the experience. I don't need to learn anything. So I'm not saying it facetiously. I'm just saying I just don't watch too much content in the space. But I've come across your channel. I've tuned into some of your content now and again. Um, The video that I did was sent to me from your subscriber to react to. And I get a lot of stuff sent to me to react to. And I try to find the stuff that is educational. There was a video that went viral in this space 2 months ago, and people sent me that video every day. It was the guy who failed in the box truck business. And I tell
Yeah.
people there's a reason why I didn't react to that video, because there was no way for me to react to that video in a way where people wouldn't have looked at it like I was, and for lack of a better word, clowning them. You dig what I'm saying? So I purposely didn't review it, because it was just, the story was just, it was just like there was no way I could react to that video without, it just wouldn't have been right. People would have took it the wrong way. So I'm conscious of how people perceive things, right? And this was a video, it did 50,000 views in a few weeks, right? I think everybody knows the video I'm talking about. I didn't react to it. Somebody in your community sent me that video, and then they sent me these Dolly videos. Mark, I want your thoughts on this Dolly situation. So the first video was sent to me was the one about the insurance. Now, the reason it was sent to me because people, I think, respect my opinion on things in the space. All right. You can respect it, or you don't have to respect it, but there are people that say, hey, Mark, I want to know what you think about this. So I reacted to it. Now, when I reacted to it, I reacted to the content, not CJ. I don't know CJ. I focus on the insurance aspect. I focus on the policy. I mean, the procedure of getting licensed. I meant to say license, not policy, right? I focus on the insurance. I focus on the licensing. That's it. Your video was about me. You reacted and you gave your assessment of me, which is personal. You compared me to LeBron James, and I didn't realize you didn't know I was from Chicago, so that was an insult, because I was born in 1980, so I grew up on Michael Jordan. That's an insult. All right, first of all, you said I think I'm high and mighty, and I think I know everything, and that I'm self-proclaimed the GOAT. I've never called myself the GOAT. I've never called myself an expert. I've never called myself any of these things. But this is what you said. You put this perception out of me, and that was far from the truth. And then you said, I said you were a nice guy. I did say you were a nice guy, but you took that way out of context, and I could prove it to you here. And you implied, because you said, well, Mark called me a nice guy, which he implied that in so many words, nice guys finish last and nice guys can't make it out here. And basically, like, you're the guy that I tell people to take food out their mouth. No, that's not what I said, because once I played the video, I said, look, I watch this content from time to time. From what I see, he seems like a really nice guy. So there's no smoke. And then I doubled down on it again. I said, man, I think he's a nice guy. I think you're a nice guy based off the content. Has nothing to do with who you are as a businessman. What you made it seem like me calling you a nice guy, I don't say that. I would have just said, man, buddy ass sweet. See, you interpreted me saying that you're a nice guy as if you're weak. You're a weak businessman, because that's what you said I implied. And I can play the video back, and I said, no, I think from what I see, he's a nice guy, so there's no smoke. I'm not going to beat him up. For further proof, in that same live stream, I also reacted to a content creator called CDL Shorty. Now, this is a content creator that is known for hating box truckers. He always downs box truckers. This is a guy who has a vendetta against scammers. Can't really blame him on that, but he'll do a video and he'll call other content creators. He's never done it to me, But I did a live stream with him and kind of tried to do an intervention back in December. And I said, look, you can't go around calling grown men on the internet bitches and telling them to pull up and running around truck stops with this tough guy image, but he still wants to do it anyway. This was me trying to be a big homie and mentor someone, because shit like that'll get you messed up out here in these streets, especially a guy that just recently had an open heart surgery, is going around treating people. Now, if you watch my reactions when I react to his content, it's way more fierce, way more fierce. So when I said, you're a nice guy, I'm not, I'm approaching this different. It's because I didn't approach you like how I approach when I react to his content. When I approach his, when I react to his content, the same video, you can see I approached it way more aggressively. So when I said you're a nice guy, I'm judging it based off what I see. Seems like he's a really nice guy. Has nothing to do with how you run your business. Because if you watch my content, when I talk about taking food out of people's mouth, I said, man, oh, buddy ass sweet, man. We gonna go ahead and get that. I don't say, oh, buddy ass a nice guy. That shit, I'm from Chicago. We don't even talk like that. You misinterpreted it. And then what happened is you push that out there and then you create a false narrative, and it's just far from the truth. Now we can look at the video and I can do what you said, and then I can play my video and reiterate everything that I just told you. I never implied that you are a weak individual. So I don't even know where you got that from. I expected when you responded to my video, you were going to respond based off my critique of the insurance and the procedure of getting licensed. I expected a response as far as you articulating yourself and supporting your stance on why you feel like insurance is a scam. Articulating and supporting your stance on why you decided not to move forward with your getting your license. I didn't expect for you to critique me because I didn't critique you. So
I hear what you're saying. I do have to disagree with that. I would say
that's
that
fine.
just as
That's fine.
yeah,
But just know,
hold on.
just know that's going to dictate the rest of the stream, because I expected to have a conversation. But when you critique me as an individual and I didn't critique you, and then you imply all these things, that's going to dictate. That's why I'm just setting the tone now. That's going to dictate the tone of the conversation. And you got it.
Okay, I was just gonna say that. So just like you said, you watched my video and you felt some type of way. So when I watch your video, I'm gonna interpret it the way I see it. So when I watch your live, I'm listening to what you're saying. I'm also looking at the chat. I'm reading what people are saying. So a lot of what you said implied that I was a weak person. That's what was showing up in the chat. That's what was coming out. And so, and
Stop.
then hold on,
Showing up in
wait,
the
let me finish.
chat. The chat
Yeah,
or out
and then
my
hold on.
mouth. Out my mouth for
No,
the chat. See,
let me finish.
I'm not the
Let me finish.
chat. Go ahead. Go
I'm
ahead.
just saying it's based on what you're saying. So the people are listening to what you're saying, right? And they're gonna have an impression of me, but people that don't know me. So what you're saying is that I pretty much quit. I gave up based on because I'm cheap and I didn't want to be the pay the cost to be the boss or whatever. And like I'm weak minded and I just don't have the dog in me to go through with it. That's the message that I got through your live. I know you disagree with it, but I'm saying this is what I'm seeing when I'm watching and listening. That's what it sounds like. So it may not sound like that to you, but that's how I'm interpreting it. So you said that what I said about you was personal. Nothing I said was personal. Nothing is an attack on you. This is your image that me and other people see of you, and I have a right to express that.
Don't tell me about other people. See, me, if I have a conversation with a man, I'm going to talk to the man, and I'm going to talk to the man from where I'm coming from. When you start bringing in people and shit like that, I'm just keeping it a buck with you. To me, that's weak. Hold on. That's weak because I can stand on business by myself. I don't need people. See,
I
I'll
agree.
never tell you me and these people feel like that. Man, this is how I feel. If these people feel a
No,
certain type of way, they can come tell you. So when you say, look, the chat said that. Mark didn't say that. Mark will tell you right now how I'm telling you right now. You dig what I'm saying? I don't have
I
to need people or none of that shit. So you just said, well, the chat. I'm not the chat. If you allow the chat to make you feel a certain type of way, then that's on you. Your chat room was saying a bunch of shit about me yesterday based off the way you made it. Did you see me going under there? I don't listen, man. They don't make me feel nothing. Man, I read that shit. I laughed. I would never
I'm the
trick
same way.
myself out no spot. I would never
I'm the
trick
same way.
myself out, and
Yeah.
I would never show no emotion. I will never tell you, man. Well, the chat said it, bro.
No, you missing my point. That's not.
I
I don't care about the chat. I don't care about the chat. I
you
look
just
at this
said
as
it.
a community. Hold on. I look at this as a community. This is not me versus everyone else. I look at the whole transportation as a community. We all trying to learn. That's most of the people on your channel. I would think are trying to learn the business. So I don't treat them like that. I don't really care about negative comments, all that stuff. All I'm saying, and this is the whole point of it. I don't want to get off track is I did a video and I explained why I'm not moving forward with my moving business. And I think that you're missing a lot of why I'm not doing it. And if I fill in that blank, you might have a different perception because the way you reviewed it was as if like I'm so afraid of the insurance I don't want to pay it. I don't want to move forward. I don't, even though you're saying like if I just move forward, I will make so much money that the expenses wouldn't matter. But it's a lot more to it than that. And that's the part that I want to fill in right here.
So
If we go through the video, I will fill you in
so
on the whole story so that you can get a full picture of what I was trying to do and understand why I'm not moving forward.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Listen to what you just said because I said that in the video. The video was positive. The video was to encourage you. What you just said is what I told you in the video. Now, whether you want to move forward or not, I don't care. I looked at the video as a person who seemed defeated by the cost. Me knowing the cost and knowing the upside, and when you listen and watch the video, I said, look, it's not so bad. The upside is way higher than this cost. You just said that. I said it yourself. So
Right. But
hold on. So no, because you set the tone. You critiqued a man, and I critiqued your content as far as the insurance. So you set the tone. The conversation could have went differently. So if I said then I ended the video, look, the upside is so much. So much. And you just said that I said that. So to do what you did, which I'm good with it. I'm good with it. I really don't care.
I hear
I
you.
feel like
So
you got emotional. Hold on.
nah,
Check it out. Yes, you did. You got in your feelings because even with the whole nice guy thing, and I'm gonna play it. I want to show me where me saying that you're a nice guy implies that you're weak. Show me where I implied that.
let's watch the video. Like I want to respond to it. That's what I'm saying. And I want to give you my full business plan because like I
We we
said,
we gonna get to it, but I want to get
yeah,
through this first. I want to get through this
let's
first
go.
because whatever this misunderstanding is, because I don't know you, so I'm never gonna make a video about you. I don't know you. But it was sent to me, so we gonna hold on.
which implied that a nice guy. And one of the statements that he said is that I'm a nice mentor. One of the statements that he said is that I'm a nice guy, and which implied that a nice guy can't make it out here. You can't be a nice guy in this business. This is a dog eat dog.
That's what you said, right?
Yeah, but
you said
I'm not talking
you
about
said,
this video.
Hold on. You're responding to the video, right? So hold on. Because hold on. Listen, CJ, I only called you a nice guy on one video because I only critiqued one video of you. So what do you mean not this video?
No, the video that you did on me, that's what I'm trying to watch with you so I can explain. That's the whole reason I'm here. I'm trying to.
Okay, hold on. But we got it. I get that. But this is what you said. You said that I called you a nice guy and I implied that nice guys can't make it out here, right? That's what you just said, right?
Yeah.
All right, bet. Now let's watch this. React to it. Now, there's some things he said in here that I disagree with. All right. I think he's a nice guy. I'm not going to beat the guy up. You know, he seems. Hold on.
And I see the money.
Because I said it twice. This guy seems like a nice guy. I don't have no smoke with this guy. But it was money. Right, play it again.
I'm very once I decide to do something, I'm gonna do it. And I see the money.
Now this guy seems like a nice guy. I don't have no smoke with this guy. But it was sent to me, so we're gonna react to it. Now it's some. I said now, he seems like a nice guy. I don't have no smoke with this guy, but I'm gonna react to it. That's it. Now I doubled down on it a few seconds later. Let's watch. Where is this weak guy and all this stuff? Things he said in here that I disagree with. All right. I think he's a nice guy. I'm not going to beat the guy up. You know, he seems like a really nice guy.
In it, I see the potential and the guys in the
He seems like a nice guy. I'm not going to beat the guy up, which means I'm not going to be facetious. I'm not going to be aggressive like I do with CDL Shorty. I'm just going to react and tell you what I disagree with. That's it. So tell me where I implied anything about your character.
Yeah, if you continue the video, let's keep watching it. That's what I'm saying. We got to go through the video.
No. You're
controlling the narrative.
No, I'm not controlling the narrative. You control the narrative on your show, and you made it seem like I implied something that I didn't. So now that we're here, I also said that you were a nice guy 2 more times in the video, and I reiterated what I said the first time. I just said you seem like you're a nice guy based on your content. You said I implied that you're a weak business person. Now you see that? You see that right there?
No, I don't see it. We got to watch the video.
So where did I imply when I said that you're a nice guy? Hold on. We're going to watch the video. We're going to get to the insurance, but let's get this nice guy shit out the way. Explain to me where I implied anything when I called you a nice guy. But other than what I see, that seems like you're a nice individual. I can't watch your content and listen to your tonality and say, man, he seems like a nice guy. He presents himself well. He's articulate. He seems like a nice guy. A black man can't give a black man a compliment.
It ain't about that.
So hold on.
So
where did I imply that you are a weak business owner when I said that you're a nice guy? Because I didn't. I watched my own content, bro. Because when you said that, I'm like, when did I do that? So I went back and watched it. Tell me where, bro.
Well, we gotta watch the video. That's what I'm trying to watch. I'm trying to watch it.
Hold on, CJ. Because I didn't.
Yeah,
I watched the video too. Ain't no but. I didn't.
No, I'm saying, listen. Implication. When I say implied, that's the way I interpret it. It's not what you mean. It's you interpreted the video I made totally wrong. It's totally wrong. It's not a personal attack. And I made it I was very tactful in what I said.
No,
I have an opinion about you.
You have an opinion about a man.
Yes, I have a right to have an opinion about you.
So check this out. Let's get back to this. We're going to get to that. But tell me where, because I want to go to it, because I watched my video twice. Tell me where I implied that you're a weak business person when I called and said that you're a nice guy. I gave you a compliment. No. This is what you wanted. And this is what you said. So, and this is the content I got it pulled up. Tell me where I said it.
It's all throughout the video. The whole video is basically you're attacking my character. You're saying that yes, I'm a nice guy. I get what you're saying. That you're just saying that I'm, what do you call it? Well mannered, whatever. I get that part, but you're critiquing my business decision, and the way I interpret it is that you think I'm a weak person. That's the way I interpret it. It doesn't matter how everyone else interprets it. That's the way I interpret it. And
Okay, so get
so
it. That's fine.
you said that I'm
Overall,
afraid. You said I'm
overall,
afraid. Hold on, let me finish. You
go
said
ahead.
I'm afraid. You said I'm afraid to move forward. I'm afraid of the cost. And like the whole video is attacking like my what's the word? Ability to move forward. Like I'm afraid to move forward. I'm afraid to spend money, and like that's the way I interpret the video. That's your interpretation of me. So it doesn't matter what everyone else thinks. I don't care.
No,
That's the
I'm
way
not
I
talking.
interpreted it.
Okay,
So
so
I know
so listen, CJ, look me in my face. I'm a man.
I see you. Yeah.
If I check it out, I don't know you, but I would tell you this, man to man. If that's what I felt, I would sit here and I would just tell you that. And I played your video. You said I implied. And I just played it. And every time I said you're a nice guy, I said it the same way. Man, I watched his content. He seems like a really nice guy. So I'm not
Right, but
going to, I'm not,
that's the
hold on. I'll let you
that's the
talk.
narrative.
No,
You're laying
it's
the
not.
narrative for the viewer
So,
that I'm a nice
no,
guy, and so because of that, I'm not going to
you
proceed.
know what? Somebody told me, like, Mark, he's the type of guy that you just not, because I'm telling you, I said you're a nice guy. If I felt you was a weak business person, I say the same shit all the time. Dude, that's sweet. I would have said you sweet. I wouldn't have said you a nice guy. I would have said, man, you sweet, man. Dude, sweet, man. If he don't want to run it, somebody else will. I said, man, he seems like a nice guy. I'm not gonna like go there. I'm not gonna be aggressive like I was with Shorty. It wasn't that type of content. You don't exude that type of energy. So I don't have to if I react to your content, I don't have to react with that type of energy. I'm explaining it to you, but you don't want to listen. You have it in your head that me giving you a compliment and saying, "Man, you're a nice guy. I see your content. You're a family man. You have your wife out. You have your kids out.
So
So
that's
it's
hold on.
you're a nice guy. I can't say you're a nice guy. I could say
No,
you're
this is
I could say hold on. I could say you're an asshole. I could say you're a jerk. But then I would be lying because you haven't shown that in your content. Your content
I
shows
get
that you're a really respectable guy.
right.
I'm
I
not.
agree with. Hold on.
It's not an attack on your how you conduct your business. So we can't say, man, you're a really nice guy. Like that's an insult nowadays. God
No,
damn.
you so you taking it out of context. This is what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that that's the narrative that you laid out. Okay, this guy, he's a nice guy. Okay, he's a nice guy. Whatever. That's what everybody sees. And then you go into my video and you start dissecting it. And the perception that everyone is receiving is that I'm weak. I can't, I'm giving up, I'm quitting. That's
Where
the
you
way you laid the video out. No, I'm just telling you that's how I interpreted it. I
all right,
know you may
I'm a,
not have meant that, but that's the whole point.
go ahead, bro. You
It's
got it.
it, yeah.
No,
I'm
go
not
ahead.
trying
Go
to
ahead.
argue with you, bro.
No,
Like I'm just telling you,
no.
it's
Go
just
ahead. I just realized something. We come from two different walks of life. So go ahead. You got it.
we do. We definitely do. We definitely do. But it doesn't even matter because I really don't care. The whole point of me coming on here was to explain why, like give you the full story of why I'm not moving forward. You think it's because of just the insurance and what else was it? It was the insurance and because I had to get my own business, my business address or whatever. It's way more to it than that. And that's the part that I'm trying to fill you in on. And I think if you know the whole story, why is my camera looking like this? If you know the whole story, I think you would change your perception. So that's what I'm here for. I just want to go through the video because you asked questions to my image. Why am I over here? Hold on.
I didn't.
Yeah, you
CJ,
asked.
how old are you? How old are you?
It doesn't matter. What
No,
does that matter?
I'm just asking. How old are you?
It doesn't matter. I'm here to let's watch the video. Let's watch the video
No,
and let's get
because
into.
I the reason I asked you is because I think you don't I think you don't understand what you said I'm talking to your image. So there's a thing with content creation called reaction videos. I was not talking to your image. I was just reacting to your video. It was a reaction video. I wasn't like talking to your image. So there's something called reaction videos. I was reacting to your video. But well, I'm gonna play the video because you want to change my, what did you say you want me to
No,
change my
I want you to
perspective?
get the full story of what I was trying to do,
Okay.
so
Okay.
that it'll make more sense.
Okay.
Because
But when I try to make sense to you with some things, you don't want to hear it. But I'm gonna listen to
no, I
your
hear it.
thing.
I
No,
didn't
you
disagree
don't.
with you.
No, you
I
don't.
know what you mean.
But it's
When you say
cool.
nice guy, I get what you're saying. I get
No,
it.
you don't. No, you don't.
I
Because
do,
here's the
but
thing. If I would have misinterpreted it, let me tell you what I would have did if I would have misinterpreted it. I would have been like, you know what? I apologize. And I don't want your apology. I'm just telling you, I just proved to you that what you said was false. And I'm telling you that, bro, from what I see, you seem like a really nice guy. So I'm not going to go hard on the guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no smoke with the guy. This is what I said verbatim. But I disagree with some things. I just want to react to what I disagree about. We have a right to have our own opinion, and your opinion isn't right or wrong, or my opinion. Oh, there he goes. There we go. There you go. Maybe he did that by mistake. I don't know. We're going to see. Yo, I
sorry
thought
about that.
hey, I thought you
Stop.
got
Come on,
up
man.
out of here, big dog. I thought you got up
Hey,
out of here.
you
Okay.
already know my connection bad.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, we good.
But go ahead. I'm a listen. Listen. I'm gonna play your video. I'm gonna let you tell me what you want to tell me. Cause at the end of the day, bro, like I was just reacting. Like
No, I get that. I'm not.
it wasn't
I get
personal.
it.
You keep and I'm trying to get you to understand, but it's like it's like you the only thing you're concerned about is me seeing why. And we're going to get to that, but if we don't have an understanding, if you don't understand, or if you have a false understanding of what reaction is and how I went about it and how you responded, and you don't want to sit, let's just react. Let's just go. Because I see your body language, bro. So I ain't going. All right, where you want me to start at, bro?
Where you asked about the insurance, right? Or
You
why
want
I
to start?
said
You want
I
no?
explained.
Let's start from the beginning. Wait. We watching the video from yesterday, or we watching the original video? Or we
No,
watching my
the
video?
video.
My video.
Yeah,
Finished 2
yeah.
dispatch orders.
So you want me to start at the very beginning, from when I started?
Or wherever you started critiquing my decision not to move forward with the insurance.
Now this guy seems like a nice guy. I don't have no smoke with this guy, but it was sent to me, so we're gonna react to it. Now, there's some things he said in here that I disagree with. All right, I think he's a nice guy. I'm not gonna beat the guy up. You know, he seems like a really nice guy.
In it, I see the potential, and the guys that I'm working with or trying to work with, they see it too. They actually motivated me because when I pitched the plan to them, I needed them to like agree, like, you know what, I'm down. If they were like skeptical and all that, then
Just tell me when you want me to stop.
But they see the
Pause
money
it right
in
there.
it. It's money in it because.
So that part right there, you missed what I said. I said that there's a group of guys that I'm working with. This is not. So the way you critique my video was as if I'm running a moving company with just my cargo van, and that's it. I got to get that $500,000 insurance. and I'm afraid to move on that. What you missed was that this is not just me. This is a collaboration. And I have a whole damn near commercial that I did for customers to understand how this business is going to run. This is not a traditional moving company. So that changes the whole dynamics of how I'm trying to move forward with this moving company. Now, here's the thing. If I had a 26-foot box truck, we wouldn't even have this conversation. I would pay the insurance. I have the money. I'll pay the insurance for the whole year. I don't care about that. I got the money to lease an office. I got a 26-foot box truck. All I need is 2 people to help me. And I'm already doing moving jobs. But because I don't have that, I have a cargo van. And I think you would agree that a cargo van is probably not the best vehicle for a moving company.
I said it in
So
this video.
huh?
I said it in here.
Yeah, you said that. Right, you did say that. And that's what I'm saying. But you missed what I just said right there. This is a collaboration. This is not just me. This is a collaboration. So that's the part I want to show you so that you can see why me moving forward with my business in my name and the insurance that I need is going to be difficult. And it's the reason why I'm not going to move forward with it. So you go ahead, hit play.
We know it's moving jobs galore out here. And I don't like moving jobs. I don't want to do moving jobs. I really don't. But I could do one a day. I could do one a day. If I'm gonna get $300 minimum, I'll do it. So, anyways, let me get to the main reason why I'm doing this. Why I'm doing this live. All right.
So before we even watch it, he says he don't like it. That's probably one of the main reasons why he's quitting, or why he's not going to go forward with,
Hit
his
pause right
plans
there.
of getting the licensing.
So that is absolutely not the reason why. I could do moving. I do moving jobs. I do moving jobs on TaskRabbit, on Dolly all the time. I could do moving jobs. I'm picky about the ones I do, but I know I say I don't like it. It's not my favorite, but it's the highest paying, and I will do it. I will labor in that hot sun and do movie jobs. So that's totally wrong. This is what I'm talking about. When I'm watching this, I can't respond. So everyone is getting that image of me because of what you said, which is not true. And that's my point. I'm just, like I said, I don't have to defend myself, but I'm just trying to share the whole story so that people understand exactly why I'm not moving forward. It's not for that reason that you said.
Can I say something? Is it okay if I say
Yeah,
something?
go ahead. Yeah.
So you understand that you do content, right? You do content, right?
Yeah, I get that.
And I do content. People react to my
Yeah.
content. Maybe I'm the first person that has reacted to your content. I won't be the last, CJ. People react to my content all the time. A guy reacted to this video that I clipped out from a live stream, and a lot of people are reacting to it, some positive, some negative. People are going to have their opinion. If I spent time trying to chase people, every person around that reacted to my content, right? Because when you upload the content, there's a button down at the bottom that says remix. There's other ways that you can allow people to share your content. Remix is one of them. But other people can also react to your content. That's a part of content creation.
I get that. I totally get it.
So really, I don't understand. It's like I don't really understand, because I gave my opinion on the insurance, and I gave my opinion on licensing, and I encouraged you, whether you wanted to or didn't want to, whether this information that you're telling me now, based on the information I saw, I encouraged you. Listen, I said the upside is way more than the insurance. I gave you encouragement. That was it. I'm a 45. Hold on. I'm a 40. You won't tell me. I'll tell you. I'm not like ashamed or anything. I'm a 45-year-old man. Of course, there's more context that wasn't within that video. I'm not a fool, but based
Hold on.
on let me CJ, see you CJ, see what you trying to do, I will never do. Let me tell you something. I will never go out my way to prove anything to anybody. Period. But let me tell you this. You are a content creator. I will not be the first. I just popped your cherry. And I won't be the last. People are going to react to your content. They're going to say things that are incorrect about you purposely. They are going to maybe not have the full story. They may say nice things about you. They may say bad things about you. That's what happens when you put yourself on a public platform. You're going to be under scrutiny, right? Now, I reacted to your content and I kept it on the content. You responded and you got personal. I'm cool with it, right? Because
Not
hold on,
personal.
yeah, you did. I just proved to you. I reacted to your content. You made a 20-minute video about it, me. So, and you said that you can do that. Me as a man, yeah, technically you could do what you want. I'm not gonna make a 20-minute video about another man. I'm just not gonna do it. But especially if we ain't got no issues. What I want you to understand going forward is that, CJ, if you're going to create content, people are going to scrutinize your content. Me, what you want to do with me, I would never do it. I don't care what you think. I wouldn't give two farts what a person think. This is my advice to you. But we could continue. And when I say that, me included, you shouldn't care what I think.
I don't.
All right. But what I'm saying is, I wouldn't listen. I wouldn't go, like, if you wanted to have a conversation, great. But you want to come on, let's just play it. The cargo van. So he's limited to really moving. He's not really what you call it moving. The best he can do is a dorm or a studio, maybe. One
Not
bedroom,
true.
2-bedroom, he's making multiple trips. So it's not. What's not true?
I've done 1 bedrooms before.
You can do
I
a
done
1 bedroom.
1 bedroom.
That's not like a full 1 bedroom. If it's a 1 bedroom, they're not taking everything. A junior 1 bedroom, yeah, you could do it. Not everybody has a full 1 bedroom. But an average 1 bedroom, you're not moving in a cargo van. You're definitely making 2 trips.
Yeah, it depends. It depends, but I mean, I could do usually
CJ,
1 bedroom will fit. Yeah.
You just made 2 trips in the video where you was dissing me. Or the
What?
video the day before you made 2 trips.
What are you talking about? I make 2 trips.
The video you did the day
Oh, you talking
before?
about
Yeah, that was a 1 bedroom. You made 2 trips, and that was right across the street. Yeah, I had to go do a little
oh
bit more
yeah.
research. I had to go do a little bit more research since you wanted to diss
No,
me.
I didn't.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
had to go
there's
see
some
what
about
was
2
going
trips.
on. Yeah, so that was a
Yeah,
one bedroom. That was a
I've
one
done
bedroom.
1 bedroom in one
Yeah.
trip. It depends on how much stuff they have though.
But an average 1 bedroom, you're not putting in a cargo van. An average 1 bedroom with a living room, a dining room, a full bedroom, and boxes, you're not putting in no cargo van, CJ. You know
Yeah,
that.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
All right then. All right. I just making sure. Cause we don't want to throw no false perceptions out there now. Okay. Fishing. All right, but let's finish.
So, why I quit, why I gave up, why I did not resubmit my application. Here's why. There's 2 reasons. Number 1 is consumer protection. Consumer protection, and number 2 is insurance fraud, scam, whatever you want to call it. That's what I call it, insurance fraud. So
he's calling insurance fraud, which insurance is insurance. It's something that is required by law. Even outside of the scope of business, you're required to have insurance, just for your regular life, like your automobile, required insurance. If you own a home, you have to have homeowners insurance. In some parts of the country, I don't know if it's everywhere, if you're renting, you have to have renters insurance. Insurance is just something that you just gotta have. So I don't consider it fraud. I just consider it the cost of business, or if it's for personal, like in your personal life, like your homeowner's insurance or your automobile insurance, it's just a bill that you gotta have. So right here, I already see where this is going. Sound like you don't want to pay. It sound like you don't want to pay the cost to be the boss. That's what it's sounding like. You got
You
something to
guys
say
are trying
about
to
that? You
guess
want me to
why I
stop it right
quit.
there?
Yeah,
I know. I
yeah.
figured you was gonna want me to stop it right there. Go ahead, tell me
Yeah.
what you got.
So here's the thing, and this is I'm telling you, Mark. I promise you, you trying to make it feel like seem like I'm thin skinned and I can't take criticism. That's not the case. I'm doing this because there's a lot of people that were following me about this moving, and I want to make sure they understand completely. That's the whole
Let-
purpose of it.
Okay,
So
hold on one
go
second, but I'm gonna let you get
ahead.
to it. Your people is the one who are coming. Something happened on your channel with your subscribers. There had to be something with your subscribers where they were trying to get through you. It sounds like they were your loyal subscribers with this Dolly stuff. I think you had some back and forth with some of your subscribers, and they were trying to get through you about some Dolly stuff or some shit like that. Am I is that right or
I
wrong?
don't know. I don't know.
Okay, okay. So
But
all of a sudden, I started to get, man, go take a look. What you think about this? What you think about this? What you think about this? It was the Dolly shit, and it was this. Mostly the Dolly stuff. I didn't react to the Dolly stuff because it was, you did like 3 videos on it and a live stream or some shit like that. And I just haven't had time to to fully unpack it. But these are your people that want to see you make the right decisions. And they were like, what you think about this? So I'm just letting you know. So
right,
I never
I
said
get it.
you were, I never said you were thin skinned. I never called you weak. I never called you sweet. I never said nothing, bro. All I did was react. And if you look at my tonality of me talking, I'm very calm. I'm very mild mannered. I'm sticking to your talking points. So where are you getting this from, man? Bro, if you were, I have content where I'm going at people and I'm going at them. I didn't treat you like that because you're not that you don't exude that. So when I say you're a nice guy, I'm talking about as a human being. Has nothing to do with you as a business person. We're talking about insurance and licensing. If we were talking about scaling, where now we're getting competitive. Nothing about this is competitive. We're not talking about competition. If we were talking about maybe competitive scaling in a 3PL or scaling in some parts of the industry where them fangs got to come out, then maybe I could see how you might have misinterpreted, or maybe I would have said that if I felt that you weren't aggressive enough. But we're talking about insurance and we're talking about licensing. We're not talking about competition. There's nothing in here that I didn't imply anywhere. So you keep saying that I keep trying to make you look like a weak individual, and I'm still waiting to see where. Why do you feel like this, bro?
And I lost my train of thought. I was going to say something about the insurance, but I need an
Because,
opportunity to get in.
because you keep going back to this I keep making you look weak. Where? I don't see it, bro. And it's bothering me because that was never my intention. It's not my intention now, and I don't see it, bro. I don't want you to feel like that.
That's fine. Like I said, I don't really care about someone's opinion about why I quit. That's I don't care. I know why I quit.
I didn't make
The
an
only
opinion about why
reason,
you quit. Go ahead. Go
huh?
ahead.
Yeah.
I didn't make an opinion about
So
why you quit. I reacted to the insurance and the licensing. But go ahead.
yeah. So as far as the insurance, and this is kind of what separates our mindsets. You have the approach of it's just business, right? Insurance is part of business, just pay it. I get that. Totally understand it. Does that mean it's right? No, that doesn't mean it's right. Just because you have to pay it and have to have it and it's mandatory and all that stuff. I'm a very critical thinker. I don't like to waste money. I try to put money into something that I believe in. And from a business perspective, yeah, I know you have to spend money to make money. I totally get that. I've never been a fan of insurance. And you talked about it on that video. You said, the history of it and when it became mandatory and all that stuff. I understand all that. I get it. My thing is, and this is why I say I'm a critical thinker, is I'm in a cargo van. I'm not in a box truck. And you talked about this. I have to have the same amount of insurance as a box truck. Okay. You mentioned that coverage is necessary based on what I'm doing. You said I could, a kid could run out in the street with a ball and I run them over, whatever, and get sued, all that. My thing is, okay, my wife drives a minivan. She can run over a kid too. Like everything comes with risk. And the whole purpose of insurance is to protect people, because most people that, you're driving a very heavy, large vehicle that could cause a lot of damage. And most people don't have $30,000. If they cause $30,000 of damage, they don't have that. So that's the whole purpose of insurance. And the issue I have with it is that, okay, if I'm a safe driver and, I don't drive reckless, I don't speed, I don't weave in and out of traffic, and I'm spending, thousands of dollars to the insurance company, but, the level of insurance I have to have is not based on the way I drive. It's based on the market. It's based on, because there's other irresponsible drivers that keep crashing and keeping the rates up. And so I have to pay a higher rate that's mandatory. Like every state has a mandatory level of insurance that you have to pay. I don't agree with that. It should be optional. You should be able to pick the rate that you want based on your driving habits and your risk. That's just my opinion. And the whole
Let me know when
insurance thing is
let me know when I can respond
okay.
to that.
I will. The whole insurance thing is a money grab, because I know that I looked up. I think Allstate, they got 55,000 employees, and their revenue is $1,600 billion. So when I'm, all that money that I'm spending and not using it, where's it going? The insurance company takes that money, my money, and they invest it, and they get rich off my insurance. That's not
Check
right.
check this out. Hey, it is right. It's right. It's called capitalism. You're worried and you're counting somebody else's pockets instead of worrying about your own. You hold on. I just let you talk. Let me cook now. I don't worry about who I pay and how much money they got and what they invest. The money that's coming into my business, I invest. I don't worry about listen, brother. If we're gonna have a conversation, everybody can learn from everybody. How you feel is how you feel. But what you just said, if I can share something with you, you know what I'm saying? I'm willing to share. And if you don't like it, you don't have to like it. But, it seems like you want me to hear you out, but you don't want to have the conversation. I'm willing to hear you out. But the reason why I asked you, it's like I almost don't even want to continue it, bro. I'm
So
open. Listen. I'm open. Bro, I'm open. Listen, every time I do a live stream and I drop that link, it's a 50% chance somebody could come up here and out debate me. But I still do it because the conversation is for the audience. We can learn. From a business perspective, it doesn't matter where the money goes. All that matters is it's required. Worrying about what another business does, what their money, and get rich That's what they're supposed to do. Let me
Mhm.
hold on. Stop. Yes. Yes. Hold on. Yes. 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 See, what do you mean? Because you can do, CJ, you can do the same thing. Yes. I don't worry. Let me know when I can talk, bro.
Oh, let me just, so we're gonna separate our mind. Hold on.
No.
We're
I
gonna
just let you
we're
talk, but you won't let me talk. Do we got to put timers up? Do we got to put a timer up?
No, because what, let me say this last thing and then I'll let you
Go ahead.
talk, because
Go ahead, bro.
I need the audience to know the difference in mindset. So my mindset is different. I don't live by worldly standards. So you asked about what I feel about taxes in that video. You asked, dang, what do you feel
Let's
about
hold
taxes?
on. Let's stick to the
So
insurance, bro. Listen. You won't tell me your age. I'm 45. I'll forget. I got to keep my thoughts. Let's stick to insurance and we can get to taxes. I'm
well,
probably older than you, but I'll forget and I'll lose my train of thought.
it's
Can
gonna
we
tie
stick to
in.
insurance?
It's going to
Come on.
tie into insurance because
Come on, bro.
it's the same business. So you talk about, you asked me about how I feel about taxes, right? The same as insurance, right? I feel that it's a scam, it's a money grab, it's a ripoff for everyone. It's a way. It's So let me just explain this. This is going to separate our mindsets. This is the difference. Taxes, you taxes are considered um sinful nature. It's all throughout the Bible. It's a
Are
tax
you a Muslim?
collector.
Are you a Muslim?
No, let me finish my point. I'm not a Muslim. A tax collector in the Bible is considered a sinner, a thief, stealing people's money. And there's a guy named Zacchaeus that was a tax collector. And when Jesus went to town, he had dinner at the tax collector's house, which was unheard of. Nobody would have dinner with a tax collector because they were considered sinners, thieves. And Jesus explained the theft that he was doing, how he was stealing people's money, hard-earned money. And unlike most people, he recognized it. He saw what he was doing. He saw the money scheme and how it was making the rich rich and the poor, keeping the poor poor. And so he paid every tax payer their money back. That's how he was made right, because he saw the theft in it. And most people are not going to do the research and understand that all of these things are money grabs. Is You're even just paying interest. You pay interest on your car, on your house. That's a sin. You don't pay interest. That's a money grab. That's theft. You're stealing people's money. If I borrow $100 from you, I owe you $100. So your mindset is, just because that's business and that's what you're supposed to do, it's right. That doesn't mean it's right. Even though you have to do it, it's mandatory. I pay interest on my house. That's not right. So I don't follow man's policies and their ways. It's evil. I follow God's ways. That's how I am. That's my mindset is always on what does he say about it. So that's the difference between us two, is you have a very worldly mindset and you feel that, and I'm just gonna say it, you feel that you built an empire. You built an empire, you put everything to the side and put your whole life into your business, and that's great. You did have a great accomplishment. I'm not denying that. But the part that you leave out is God put you in that place. God gave you that success. You didn't do anything. Mark the mentor did not accomplish anything. You didn't accomplish anything on your own. He gave it to you, whether you worship him or not. Nebuchadnezzar, perfect example. He was given a kingdom, he was given power and authority, and he ruled nations and he destroyed the Jews. He built an empire. And what did God do to him? He humbled him. He showed him that you didn't do anything. I gave that to you. I gave you your power, your authority, and your success. That's the difference between me and you. And so everything that you say is toxic because it's based on worldly motives. And that's the part I can't go with that. I always do. I'm a critical thinker and I follow the straight line. I follow, it doesn't matter what you say about something. What does the Bible say? What does God say about this? That's all that matters. I got to get that out because I know you're going to go on a rant, but I'm telling you this, like, I have to say this. I have to say it, and this is a lot of people see this in you. I love the success that you have. I think you're a great guy.
Hey, stop
But
telling me about what other people see. Go ahead, I'm gonna let you finish. I gotta remember that. I'm gonna have to start writing notes with you because you going long rants. Go ahead, man.
I'm
I got
just I'm just being honest with you, man. I'm not afraid to share it. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm just being honest with you, and I'm a critical thinker. I'm not just going to spend money on something. I think everything through, and the way you explained or put out my video is that like I quit, I give up, and you don't know what my plans are. Just because I'm not moving forward with my cargo van doesn't mean that I'm not going to move forward with the moving company. And so that's all I want is basically I'm probably not gonna have time to get to it. I don't know if we are, but I'm trying to give you my full business plan so you understand.
I ain't got shit to
You
do.
understand the
So it's whenever you want to get off, is we can get off. I ain't got nothing
okay. So,
to do.
anyways, it's a different in thinking. That's fine. That's not a big deal. I don't really care about that. The whole thing is I have a business plan. My business plan, it involves more than my vehicle. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 different cargo van operators. 5 separate businesses working together to do these jobs. So, what your audience didn't know is that not only do I have to get that insurance, but 5 other drivers have to get that same coverage. And they're all running that moving company under my license and under my business. So I have to get them to also up their insurance. And these guys are doing gig apps and got regular insurance. So I got to convince them to get that insurance. And I'm not going to pay for that. So it's a lot of things that went into me not moving forward. If I had 5 guys that say, yes, I'll do 500,000, let's get it. Let's get the office. We wouldn't be talking about this. So it's not just my cargo van. That's not smart. It's not smart for me to run a
I'm
moving service with just one cargo van.
It's a lot for me to reply to, bro. That's why I
Go
want to
ahead.
go and you know what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying you just want to talk. When we have a conversation, bro, like you done covered insurance, tax. I had to start writing the shit down. Insurance, taxes, God. The God thing you should have you see, there you go again with you don't know me. And clearly you don't watch my channel because if you were an avid watcher of my channel, I always thank God on my channel. It's 2 people I always thank, God and my mother. So you just did it again. I always say, man, thank you, God. Thank you, God, I divested. Thank you, God, I did this. Man, if it wasn't for God, I always say that. But you just said that I'm a worldly individual. You don't even know me. And see, this is why I stick to content. I stick to the content. You keep going off the content and you keep putting it on me and you keep being wrong because you don't know me. Just like I don't know you. Like, you just sat up here and said, I'm a worldly person, I'm a Christian. Everything I got is because of God. How dare you? You don't know me. I got a praying mother. I pray every day. I say it all the time. If it wasn't for God, you don't watch my channel.
I do watch it.
You don't watch it often.
I do. So this is what came out of your mouth. I
Hold
can
on,
tell you
hold on.
what you said.
I just let you go
Okay.
on for 20 minutes.
Go ahead.
You want to make this the CJ show? Go ahead. Because at the end of the day, CJ, however, whatever you take from this, it's not gonna, like, I'm not gonna feel no type of way. Now, if you want to have a conversation, I'm up for having a conversation, but I let you go on. I let you go on so long that I have to write the shit down because I'm gonna forget. You jump from so many different places. I have to cover all this stuff. You don't know me.
Can I respond to that?
No, because I had to wait to respond to you. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, respond.
All I'm gonna say is that I listen to what people say, and I know this for a fact. When I first started listening to you, one of the things that drew a red flag, and I'm not trying to attack you. I'm actually doing this
Yes,
in love,
yeah,
but
yeah, yes,
I'm
you are.
telling
But
you,
just keep
no,
going
let me
because it's showing me more of the emotional side. You don't care about the reaction. Everything you have is about me. So just get it all out and we can move on. I'm not going to care either way. So tell me how you feel about me so we can go on about our day. I'm not going to give a fuck either way. So tell me how you and everybody that talk in the shadows about Mark, how y'all feel about me. And ask me, do I care? Go ahead, I'm listening. You got the floor. I don't got shit else to say. You got it.
Okay, like what I was trying to say in a tactful, nice way, but I'm just saying, this is what came out of your mouth. This is what I heard from you, and it drew a red flag. Is that you said that you gave up everything? You put your business first. You put all your strength, everything into the business, and you encourage others to do that. I promise you, that's what you said. I remember it because it was a
Yeah.
red flag.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
a red
you
flag to
did.
you. Let's check this out, CJ. See, this is where you keep going wrong. You are you. I'm me. You worried about me. I didn't worry about you. I reacted to your content in a very respectful manner, and everything keeps you worry about. Listen, CJ, I'm gonna put that bag first. Let me just get it out the way. I'm gonna put that bag first. I put God first, then that bag. Yes. So you don't, hold on, CJ, you don't have to like it. You don't have to like me. I don't care if you don't like me.
I didn't say that.
So
Didn't
so
say nothing
so
about
so
not
so
liking you.
I came here to talk about content. You keep wanting to talk about me. But go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish.
You changing the narrative.
I
I'm
put
just.
no. This is what you said. So come
I
on
know,
with it.
but
Come on with
okay.
it.
So you said God first and the bag first. That's not what I heard. But anyways, who cares about that? I'm just. The reason I bring it up. I'm trying to show the difference in our thinking. There's two different mindsets here, and I think people can see it, and a
You
lot of
haven't
people
let
do see it.
you
And
haven't let me respond to all these talking points. Can I respond to the taxes and the insurance and the all the other stuff?
yeah, go ahead.
Jesus Christ. So the God thing, can I finish? You don't know me. I'm a Christian. I pray every day. I have a praying mother. I thank God all the time. I do it on my live streams. I might not do it every live stream, but there's live streams where I say, man, if it wasn't for God, you don't know me. And even if I didn't thank God on my live streams, that doesn't mean that I don't thank God. You're not with me 24 hours. You don't know me in real life. So to say I'm not a holy person, you're wrong for that. You're wrong. You're wrong. You don't know if I'm religious or not. Just because I choose to put business after God, I always say it's God, business, and everything else. That's the slogan that I use. You misinterpreted that. Anybody that watches me knows that that's what I God, business, and everything else. I say it all the time. You don't have to assume. You can just ask me. I tell you whether you like it or you don't like it. I say God, business, and everything else. So for you to say I'm not a godly person, and you bogus for that. I would never say that to nobody because I don't know what you do behind the scene. You could be in Bible study on Wednesday. You could be the first person for Sunday school Sunday morning. You don't know that because guess what? You don't know what happens outside of YouTube. So you bogus for that. Now, let's get back to the insurance. You say it's a scam, and I done forgot where you went with it because you talk so much. So let me you're gonna mess me up because you keep going on, and then I can't get my thoughts off. But you said something as far as insurance being a scam and that it's not fair because now the insurance companies can take your money and invest it and make more money. That's called capitalism. It's called business, and you can do the exact same thing. I don't worry about what other people do. So when I do my streams and I talk about business, I teach people to not follow what people say, follow what people do. Rich people, people that people admire, as far as from a business perspective, follow the money. I don't worry about other people's money because I have to focus on my own. At the end of the day, you said, "Oh, well, I don't want to pay for insurance, and I don't want to pay interest, and it's a sin." And you just went on a whole lecture about how bad it is, but yet and still you do it. That's very hypocritical. So for you to hold on, I'll let you go on, bro. Yes, it is, because you made me out to be a bad guy, and then preach how bad it is. But yet and still, you still do it. Make it make sense.
Did Jesus pay his taxes?
Make it make sense. Do you pay your taxes? Do
Of
you
course.
pay for insurance? But you don't like it, though. Just you don't like it.
That doesn't mean it's right. That's my point. It doesn't mean it's right.
Where did I debate that when I critiqued your video? I don't even hold on. CJ. The only thing I did in your video was give my reaction to your insurance. I didn't go into religion, right? I didn't, all this stuff that you're going to, these personal attacks, which, listen, I'm cool with it. If you want to continue to attack me personally, I'm built for this shit. I don't really think you're built for content creation. And it's not a slight. I'm being honest with you. I respectfully reacted from a professional standpoint on what I thought about, what I think about insurance and the licensing. You keep pushing it back on what you think, and you and others. Let me get to that. Don't tell me what other people think about me. I don't care. If you want to sit on the phone and in private rooms and talk about Mark, that's y'all. I'm not finna sit on no phone or in no private group with other men and talk about another man. If that's what you want to do in your spare time, have at it. Don't tell me about what other people think. Taxes. Man, that's it, bro. I done forgot my talking points because you keep going. But go, you got it, man. You got it, man.
So again, we got two different business minds. That's fine. And I know you feel like, people are gonna stand behind you. So I get it.
Listen,
but
I don't listen.
I think
Stop.
You're missing my point. You're missing my whole point.
Stop saying this feel. I don't give a fuck what people feel. That's what you care. Stop worrying about what people think about you. I don't feel and care what people think about me. Me and you are having a conversation. Stick to the conversation. Stick to the content. You keep going off the content. The content was about insurance. The content was about your licensing. You keep veering, bro. I'm trying to keep you on the content. You keep going personal.
No, but you asked me what I feel about taxes in the video. That's what you asked.
But so you keep saying people. You keep talking about the people. Me and people be talking. Bro, me and you are two men that are having a conversation. You'll never hear me tell you what other people say. I'm going to talk to you, and I'm going to tell you, me and you are going to converse. All right, man. Stay on the content, bro.
I am. We're talking about the content. That was part of the content. You asked, you asked in the video, what do I think about taxes and all that stuff? So that's why I'm sharing my mindset. So anyways, I'm not here you're trying to make it like it's a personal attack. It's not a personal attack.
You are personally attack me. You attack me from you said I'm not a religious person. That's a personal attack.
Listen, what comes out of your mouth, okay, is from the heart. Okay. And I listen to what people say. So like I know what I heard. I know the mindset. I mean, the Bible says a bad tree cannot bear good fruit. A good tree cannot bear bad fruit. So people know you by your fruits. And I'm not, that's not a judgmental way of speaking because God said you could tell of, people by their fruit and what comes out of their mouth. That's what defiles them. It's what comes out of your mouth comes from the heart. So I remember watching your video, and this is not being judgmental. This is what you said. You said that you gave up everything. You put your whole life into the business and you encourage others to do that. That was a red flag for me because that's not my mindset. Your business was given to you. You did not earn it. You think you earned it. You think you did something to gain it, but you did not. God gave it to you. He gave you the ability to be a business owner and have the success that you have. That's facts. I'm not going to argue with you about that. There's nothing you could do by yourself. He has to give it to you. He has to give you the ability to even have the knowledge and capability of building a business. But you come off as a person that you did it. I built this business. I have all the wisdom, and me personally, I don't really care if that's how you feel. But like I said, I wouldn't say this stuff if I didn't care about you. This is
You
I'm
you
showing the
don't
difference in mindset. It's
you
two
don't
different
know
mindsets.
me, CJ. You don't know
I don't have
me.
to know you. I
You
don't have
don't
to know
know
you.
me. You don't know me. You don't know. You
I don't
keep
have to
you
know
keep
you.
you keep saying I'm not a religious person. You don't
I didn't
know.
say you're not a
Are,
religious. There's
yeah,
a
you
lot of people
did.
that's religious. There's a
CJ,
lot
you
of people
don't
that's religious.
CJ, you don't watch me, bro. I thank God all the time.
That's not the point. I'm not trying to
I
attack
I
that.
I I
I'm saying
never listen,
I,
CJ. I've said it plenty of times. If it wasn't for God, I come from a
a lot of people
black.
say that.
Hold
A
on.
lot
So
of people
what?
say that.
So 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 what you saying that when I say it, I don't mean it? Is that what
I
you
don't know.
saying?
I don't know what people mean. I don't know. I don't
Okay.
know your relate. You have to have a personal. You got to
So
have a personal relationship. I don't know
I
what that
have
is.
I have a personal relationship with God. So why are you judging it?
I'm not judging. That's not
Yes, you
judging.
are
I'm not
because you
judging
keep
you.
you keep bringing it up. I never said I did this. I built my shit, but I know if it wasn't for God. Listen, you don't know my background. You don't know where I come from. You don't know my upbringing. You don't know where I'm at on Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. You don't know where I'm at on Wednesdays. You don't know if I'm on the prayer line. You don't know when I go see my mom if she put holy oil on my head and pray with me. Are you with me when every time I eat a meal? Are you there? And see if I bow my head and thank God for this food? So why sit up here and keep saying it and you don't know me? I'm not judging you. I'm not even judging your business. I just reacted to your content, bro. I don't even know where all this is coming from. You keep saying you. So you got an issue with me. Just let me know if you have an
No,
issue
I
with
don't have an
me.
issue with you.
We can make this because you keep CJ. I reacted to your content. Your response video was about me. I thought you were coming on here to talk about the content, and you're still talking about what you think about me and what other people think about me. And I'm cool with that. Just let me know if that's what we doing, so that way I can close this screen. And once you tell me how you feel about me, we could just end the live.
No, we went that way because of the question you had about how I feel about taxes, and everything I believe is based on biblical standing. That's the whole point. Everything I
Okay,
do is based
that's
on that.
fine.
So
That's
I'll just leave
fine.
it at that. I'll leave it at that. So we can continue the video. I'll leave it at that. But I'm meant to be here and do this with you. I'm the only person that will probably talk to you like this. So it's meant for me to be here. But let's continue the video.
Here's the thing. You want to talk about religion, and you want to use religion, and
No,
I didn't talk about religion. Your video wasn't about religion. It was about insurance and licensing. Are we going to talk about the insurance and the licensing, or are we going to talk about me?
no, it's not about that. I'm just I told you we have two different mindsets. So
And
there's certain things.
that's fine. Everybody has a different mindset. But if
Yeah,
we're going to discuss it, we're going to debate business. Let's debate business. I don't want to
yeah,
I'm
but
not CJ. I don't know you. I will never sit up here and think and tell you what I think about you. Based on this conversation, there's things that have come up that I could articulate based on how you're going about this conversation. But I'm not going to articulate it because, like, what for? I'm like, we may never speak again. I don't know. It's like I don't know you to sit up here and go back and forth and let you know what I think about you. I just want to talk about the content, bro.
we can continue. We can continue the content, but like I said, it's a bigger purpose here. So I'm
What's the
just
purpose?
fulfilling my
Can you
purpose.
tell me what the purpose is? What's the
We
purpose
we
here,
can
bro?
continue the video.
What's the purpose? Because what's the bigger purpose? I thought we were just going to react to the
Honestly, you know what,
content.
Mark? I'm gonna tell you the purpose. I'm gonna tell you the purpose. I really do like you. I think you have a brilliant mind, especially for business. I learn a lot from you. And the one thing I see that all these people in the chat and a lot of people don't see is, no, I know you're shaking your head, but this is important.
But I'm not talking.
You,
I'm not interrupting you though. I'm just shaking my head.
okay, okay. The thing that a lot of people overlook and don't pay attention to is that even with all the success that you're building and all the conversation we're having about business, it's all irrelevant. Who cares? It doesn't mean anything, because at the end of the day, we both gonna see the grave, and we both got to spend eternity somewhere. And that's what I care about. When I see a brother like you with your intelligence and your wisdom in business, but I see the lack of um, connection with what really matters, what's really important in life. Who cares about the business? Who cares about your business? Who cares? Like, once you're gone, what happens to your business? You can't take it with you. Like, that's what's important to me, and that's what I try to get people to understand. So we could talk and debate all we want, but that's my purpose. That's why I'm here talking to you right now. I'm trying to help you think of what real success is. Real success is not on earth. You can't build wealth here. That's not what matters. And that's real talk. And I know it's unpopular, and most people are not going to say this to you, but I will. I'm going to say it. So that's the mind. I'm here to show my mindset, and everyone sees yours, and that's what the whole purpose of this is. So we can continue the video though.
I,
I mean, it is what it
I,
is.
I,
There's a reality. There's a reality to life. There's a reality, and I'm glad that God opened my eyes to it. We both gonna see the grave.
don't you think? I don't. Don't you think I know that? But what does that have to do with the content? You think I don't know everybody dies? I know I have an expiration date. My parents have an expiration date. I've buried family members. I've buried friends. What does that have to do with the
Because you have a large audience, a huge following, and the when you given a platform like that, it's for a reason. Somebody gave you that platform for a reason. And if the whole focus is just business and that's it, nothing else. I mean, I'm reading the chat. I mean, these people in here, there's a lot of people that, they don't know the truth. They don't
So
know what's really important. They don't know what real wealth is.
so you
It's
want
not
me
here
to
on earth.
so you want me to use my platform to talk about religion?
It's not about religion. It's about
So you
truth.
Okay, so but you just said it's not all about business. So what else do you want me to talk about? I haven't been to um the Moody Bible Institute, or I haven't studied what's it what do preachers have to study? Is it theology? Is that what it is? Theology?
I don't know. I guess I don't know.
I don't so you like I don't I'm not a reverend. I'm not a pastor. So you want me, you said it's not all about business. You have a huge platform. You should use it for like what you want me to like what do you want me to do? I only talk about what I know. I don't people ask me all the time, Mark, why don't you venture off in the red pill, blue pill, this, current events? No. I talk about what I know. Now you're telling me because of this platform that I have, it's not all about business. You complimented me on my business acumen. I appreciate you. But you said, hey, you should use it for something else. What do you want me to use it for?
It's not something else. It's just again, I'm not judging you. I'm just telling you. I know the things that you say. I remember. I remember, and I remember your priorities, and that is the difference between us two. And I feel that if you do come to the truth, if you realize what's actually important in life, your whole demeanor, the way you talk, the way you share your information, it'll be different. It'll sound different. It'll be different. And I know what it feels like to
What do you
have
want?
that
What okay,
change.
so tell me what you seem like you got the answer. So just tell me, man. Tell me what you want to tell me, bro. Because I already been baptized. I'm already a member of the church. So you trying to recruit me to a church? Because I'm already a member. I've
No,
been
it's not
down
about
in the
that.
water. I got baptized October 1991. I'm a member. So what is it, brother? Talk to me.
It's not
So
about
what
that.
so what is it, man? What is it? Because you just said it. You said, man, you got this platform. You all you talk about is business. You could be talking about something else. What else do you want me to talk about? You want me to spread the message. What message you want me to spread? Because
No,
this is why you
that's
said
I'm
you
not.
came here.
Yeah,
Talk to me.
I'm here for you and for the viewers, but the main thing is, like I said, your the way you carry yourself. I don't even know how to say. I'm trying not to say it in a disrespectful way. I'm just
Say
saying
what you
that
want to say. Listen, I'm a big boy. Say what you want to say, man. Say it. Say it how you feel
I
it.
just I just wish that you would put your trust and faith in God. That's what I would like to see.
So all right,
And
bet.
I know
That's
you've been baptized, all that. Everybody says that. That doesn't mean anything. Baptism is spiritual. It's not a physical thing. It's a what do you call it? Um
so you saying I
a
don't have my
rebirth.
trust. Hold on, stop. You saying I don't have my trust and faith in God. Because you just said you should put your trust and faith in God. So you telling me I don't have my trust and faith. Is that what you telling me?
It seems like, I mean, I don't know. I don't
No, no,
know
no.
because like
No,
I
no,
said,
bro.
what you say,
Listen. No. You said I want you to put your trust and faith in God. So you're telling me that my trust and faith is not in God. That's what you're telling me, right?
I don't know. I don't know where your faith is. I know what you said. I
No, no,
know
no.
that you
You just no. Stop, bro. You just said I'm here because I want you to put your trust and faith in God. So you're implying that my trust and faith isn't in God. You said based off what you see, I'm here to tell you that I want you to put your trust and faith in God. That's what you said, right? That's what you just said.
yeah, that should be your priority. That should be priority number one. Yes.
So who says it's not?
I mean, like I said, what comes out of your mouth comes from the heart. And I've listened to you. I've listened to the things
So
you say.
so
And
hold on. Let's stop. So are you with me 24 hours of the day when I'm not on YouTube?
it's not about that. It's not
It
about
is
that.
about that.
It's
You don't know. God is with me right now. You don't know me. You don't know me. You don't know me. You sitting up here telling me I'm here to tell you to put your trust and faith in God. My trust and faith is has been with God since the day I was born. You don't know me, CJ. You don't know nothing about me. You're taking what you see on YouTube from content creation with some theatrics and you're judging me. You don't know me. You don't know nothing about me. I pray to God all the time. No, pay attention, bro. Pay attention. Please pay attention to me. I pray to God all the time. You're assuming something about an individual that you know nothing about. And you're wrong for that, especially when it comes to something like this. You watch content and then you come and you say, "Oh, I'm here to tell you to put your trust and faith in God." You don't even watch me. I thank God all the time. You don't know nothing about me. Nothing. I would be bogus if I came over to your platform and did what you just did over here. I would never assume something about an individual that I know absolutely nothing about. This is the first time we've ever talked, minus setting this up yesterday. We haven't had any conversation. We don't know nothing about each other. So how can you make that assessment about my Christianity?
Again, Mark,
You
I'm
don't
telling
hold on.
you,
You don't
it
watch me. Let me give you a further example. During the elections, when we're talking about the elections, I went one way, and I went one way for two reasons. One of them was for the migrants. The other one's for this other thing. And I'm not going to go into details. The people that watch me know what I'm talking about. I'm just going to say the bathroom things. I totally disagree with it. Why? Because I'm a Christian. God made Adam and Eve. I talked about it. You don't watch me. You're not in my Discord. How dare you come over here and judge my Christianity? You don't know me. You're basing some stuff off some content that's about business with some theatrics in for entertainment purposes. You don't know me. Go ahead, bro. Tell me more about
so
what you think
like I
about me.
said, man, I'm just telling you that it's people's fruit. I listen to the what you say. I listen to the music. I listen to the arguments you've had with people. I listen to I see the angry moments and the cursing and like I just to me I don't understand how someone could, and I'm not trying to judge. I'm just saying that
But you
again,
are.
God said that you will know them by their fruits. You can't bear bad fruit. So
So what about
I'm
my
just
music?
telling you,
What about the music? You don't like my music. You don't like the language. You don't like uh the theatrics. Why? But why do you watch?
I'm not gonna not listen to you just because, of that. I'm just saying that I'm trying to get redirect your thinking because I know based on what you said is that
How
you
old are you? How old are you, CJ? I'm not
it
taking
does
no
it
for an
doesn't
answer.
matter.
It does matter because you want to sit up over here and come over here and judge me and
It's not
and talk
judging.
about my. I'm a 45-year-old man. You can't change shit about me. I'm grown. I am who I am. I'm probably older than you. You can't change nothing about me. I am who I am. You can like it. You can not like it. I don't care, CJ. I don't bother nobody. I don't harm nobody. I mind my business. And that's it. I'm not out here causing trouble. I do my little content and I go on about my business. You talking about the music, the language, the this, the that, and that. You might as well go to Hollywood and tell them to close down Universal Studios, close down Paramount, close down Fox. So I can sit over here on YouTube and talk business to a predominantly urban African American demographic, and I can use my experience, I can use my education, and pass this on to people pro bono. And you don't look at the positive, you look at the music, you look at the language. Well, check this out, CJ. When I was more PG, it wasn't picked up. I had to figure out, how do I get the message out? There's a reason why I play certain music, because certain music attracts a younger audience and I can get my message through to them. There's a reason why I play older music. It's an older demographic. There's a reason why I use certain vernacular, because certain demographics understand certain. See, you don't talk to the YNs. See, I'm reaching back to the YNs because the YNs is the ones out here doing all the dumb shit. See, what I'm able to do, CJ, you can't do. You're not going to do it. My way of helping people is different from your way of helping people. I'm going after the YNs. You weren't in my Discord yesterday when one of the YNs, 26 years old, was talking about deleting somebody. It was a bunch of people in my live stream yesterday, and I had to coach him why it wasn't a good idea. You see, you, like Cameron said, you wasn't there. See, I can communicate with the YNs. You don't know what YNs are. I come from a different I come from a different place than you, CJ. We come from two totally different backgrounds. I'm seeing that now. And that's great. That's fine. But if you have a problem with my channel, my music, my delivery, my tone, the people that come up on my channel, why do you watch? There's a lot of channels that I don't like. So you know what I do? I don't watch them. I don't watch them, CJ. I don't want to go talk to them and tell them why I don't watch them or why I don't like them and try to sway them. Why? Because in this huge world that we have, I would never have time to myself, because there's a lot of things that I disagree with. There's a lot of things that I do agree with. I'm too busy focused on me and the people that are in my circle, my family, my loved ones, and making sure that we all continue to go up and to the right. I appreciate you. I do. But you come over here, you're talking about I'm not a religious person, which is far from the truth. It's an insult, actually. And a bunch of other stuff that, once again, comes back to me. And the only thing I did was did a reaction video to your content, which was a very nice reaction with a positive message. I'm just so confused right now. I'm really confused. The floor is yours.
Well, hopefully, I mean, like I said, I didn't say I didn't like you, and I do listen to you, but I listen to a lot of people that I don't agree with their lifestyle. That doesn't mean anything. But I'm here. My job is to be a light, and I'm not gonna not do that. And I don't care what people think or say about it. Uh, all I care about is what God thinks about it. If He's happy with what I'm doing and what I'm saying and trying to help somebody, um, to learn the true path, that I mean that's all I could do. So whether you agree with it or not, whether you want to fight it or not, or you can say whatever you want to say. I don't. It's not about being judgmental. It's about just telling the truth, because I used to think the same way. And when once you learn the true path and you understand the truth of what actually matters in life, you talk different. You don't sound the same. You're not the way you used to be. And I've experienced that. So that's all I'm trying to say. And like I said, I don't really care about the image, what people think. I'm just shining my light, and I'm telling you that my priorities is lined up correctly, and I know that any success that I have will come straight from God Himself. And it doesn't matter how many times you go to church and all, whether you pray or not and all that stuff. None of that matters. It's a personal relationship, and you have to be born again. And God's not keeping track of how many times you prayed or how many times you went to church. That's not what matters. It's about obeying His word and obeying Him, trusting Him, and sharing the truth to everyone. That's what it's about. And like I said, we're probably not gonna see eye to eye on that, but it's a message that I just have to say. It's a lot of people. Somebody, I don't care if it's one person, gets what I'm saying. I gotta say it. I'm sent here to do it. Uh, People was stoned in the Bible days for telling the truth. So I understand. I'm gonna get beat up. I don't really care. It's at some point you have to realize that everything you're doing technically is meaningless. You can help a million people to success. You can buy 100 houses. None of that matters. There's only one thing that matters, and that's what I try to share. And I'm not trying to force you to do it, but I just, again, everything, the things that you say and do, it just, it scares me. It scares me. And I mean, really, honestly, like, I know how you feel, but I'm just saying, I gotta say it. But just to get back to the content, we can wrap this up. But the one thing I did want to mention, I know you had said that my insurance, you said I could write it off, my insurance, and I know that you can only do standard miles or insurance. You can't do both. So you had mentioned that I could write off my insurance, which I know that, but that's not the best option for me because the miles that I drive. So I wanted to clear that up because, you had painted the picture as if like I didn't know that I could write off my insurance. So we're back to square one. Where's my money going? That's the question I had.
You asking me?
So that's enough. No, I'm just saying that's a correction I wanted to make because that was in the video. Um, but like I said, I understand. I know you're frustrated with me, and I don't mind. I don't care. I just gotta. I felt compelled to come on your show and say what I had to say.
Bro, you could have
And
told me if you wanted to recruit me or ask
it's
me
not
about my
recruiting. Not
or ask
recruiting.
me. Well, let me change that. I should have said ask me about my religious beliefs and have that conversation. I think you could have just reached out to Cars and Cribs and he could have connected us and we could have did that. That way, because you don't know me personally. So to come on a public platform and assume something about a person that you do not know, that you've never had any conversation with, I think it could have been, especially when it comes to like my religious beliefs and stuff like that. I just feel like that could have been done another way. But you kind of blindsided me, and that's fine. You did. But I think and clearly I know you're not like I'm telling you I'm a Christian. I'm telling you I pray, I believe in God and all that stuff. But I would think if a person tells them they're a religious person, they would just take it. You sitting up there looking at me and you steady keep reiterating that all this stuff that you reiterate, that's fine, bro. That's fine. I do content on YouTube about business. You said you want me to talk about something else, but then you wouldn't tell me what you want me to talk about. I didn't come here to talk religion. I came here to talk business to young or old, but majority African American entrepreneurs because I wish I would have had someone like me when I was getting started to kind of give me the tidbits and help guide me along so I wouldn't have had to bump my head and learn and it cost me. You dig? That's it. All right. But I'm gonna tell you this things like this is gonna make me just say to hell with it. You dig? Because I don't even understand what we're doing this for. You said you wanted to talk about the content and you want to talk about religion. We could have literally had this conversation offline. I'm like lost, bro. I'm lost.
Yeah, I think it needs to be heard though by everyone.
So
Whether
so
people follow me or you, everyone needs to hear it.
so 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 you wanted to do it on my channel because it's a bigger platform?
No, because I
Let me
care
ask you
about
this.
you. That's why
Why wouldn't you preach your word on your platform?
I do.
Okay.
And it's not about
So
preaching. It's not about preaching. It's about being an example. I try to be an
so
example,
mhm.
and again, like I said, I actually do care about you. Like I like your mindset. I like your business mindset, but I feel that based on the information that you provide to others and on your channel, that there's a lack of um uh what's the word, focus on what's really important,
They
and
didn't they
that's what
didn't come they didn't come here to learn about religion, CJ. They came here to learn
it's not.
about business.
Yeah, but this
Th-
is for you too. I'm saying it's a different way that you would approach your channel if you know if you
CJ,
had the correct mindset.
there's channels that focus on business. There's a guy, Golden. He does business and he incorporates religion. You should check him out. Myron Golden. He
Yeah, I
does.
listen to him.
Okay. So he has a channel that incorporates both. My channel doesn't incorporate both. There's channels that don't talk about business, and you got people that prank people on the street. There's channels that go and harass homeless people on Skid Row. There's content creators that just literally go and mess with homeless people, and they got millions and millions and millions and millions of views. I sit here in my studio and I talk business in the box trucking niche, a very small niche, a tiny niche. I don't. And that's it. Like, I don't, that's it. That's all I do. What am I doing that's so wrong that
I,
you just,
I'm not. I understand the different type of content creators, but I'm just all I'm saying is that as a born again Christian, which you say we both are, I feel like if you're going to instruct people, especially into business, that God should be the priority. And
right?
I
So,
just don't see that in your channel. That's what I see a lot of um the lust part, like getting the bag and all that is the priority. That's what I get from your channel. And
okay.
that's
All
that's
right.
not the correct message. I feel like everyone's number one priority, if they want to make it, is should be God. That's my thing. And that's the only thing that's I feel is lacking from your channel. And I think your life and your channel will boost if you incorporate you know
You
what's
know what?
what's really important. That's what's really important. People don't know. People don't A lot of people are just chasing the bag and they're listening, but they don't understand that, there's somebody in charge. Like that you can't ignore that person that's in charge.
CJ, I don't
And
know what the people's religious beliefs are. There's people that are probably watching this live stream right now that are atheists. All right. I don't incorporate. Listen, CJ, I appreciate it, but here's the thing. My channel is not a religious channel. It's a box truck business channel. All right. I'm not the type of person that's standing on a corner with a megaphone like the Hebrew Israelites that's forcing people into believe what I believe. Right? The only thing that I come on my channel and talk about is business and box trucks. Some people like it, some people don't. Fine. You know, fine. You say my channel will do this, do that, do this, do that. I wouldn't care if it does or it doesn't. I'm in box trucking. It's a very small niche, very small. I'll never see 1 million subscribers. I'll never see 250,000. I may not even see 100. That's not the point. I thought I was doing God's work by helping. Now, I may not be doing it the way you want me to do it, but I grew up on rap music. I like rap music. It doesn't make me less of a Christian. Is it sinful? Maybe. But you just said paying taxes and paying interest is sinful. But yet and still you do it. You gave me a
That's
whole
not
lecture.
sinful. I didn't say
You
that.
just said it at the 45 minutes ago. You just said it. If
No,
this
paying
wasn't,
taxes is not sinful. I didn't say that.
you said paying taxes is sinful.
No, not. I did not say paying taxes is sinful.
You said interest. You said interest or
The
taxes.
business,
Something you said. Which one
the
was it?
business of it, the business of it is they're
Okay.
stealing people's hard-earned money.
So you don't believe in it, but yet and still you do it.
Yeah, yeah. You're supposed
Okay.
to.
Okay.
Romans chapter 1. Yes.
Okay. But you still do it though, right? You still
Romans chapter 1. Yes.
even though you fit, it's a sin.
It's not a sin. It's.
You just
I
said it's
said
sinful.
that.
You just said it's
No.
sinful.
Yeah, a tax collector in the Bible is considered sinful, a sinful person, all throughout the Bible. The
Because
people that
taxes are
collect taxes, the tax collectors.
is
But
taxes, so
if the
that would make
law,
taxes a sin then. Well, who's going to collect the
no,
taxes then?
no, if the law says that you have to pay taxes, then yes, you pay taxes, just like Jesus did. Jesus
Okay.
paid taxes.
Okay. So is taxes a sin or is not?
Yeah, I mean, according to the Bible, yeah, it's the collecting. I'm talking about the business of it is. I'm not saying that if the government says you have to pay taxes or you have to have insurance, yes, you have to obey that. But that doesn't mean it's right.
Is the government a business?
I don't know. I would. I guess. I don't know.
So would that make taxes? You the one who brought the religion now, so I'm trying to get you to educate me. I ask questions. I ain't ashamed. I'm asking you questions. Educate me. You brought. I thought we was going to talk about the content. You want to talk religion, so educate me. So are taxes sinful? Is paying taxes a sin?
It came from pagan nations. Yeah. So that system.
So is it a sin or is it not a sin?
It's sinful. Yes, to collect
Okay.
taxes. The
All
tax
right.
collectors were considered sinners. Yes, that's
So
according to the Bible.
So if collecting taxes is a sin, that means taxes is a sin, right? I'm
It's
asking.
wrong. It's bad business. It's wrong.
Okay,
It's theft,
okay.
basically.
So people should not pay taxes because it's wrong.
No, that's not. No, you still if the if you that's what I said. Romans chapter 1. Romans chapter 1. Romans chapter 2 explains about obeying the government
Now, I,
system.
I have some friends that are Muslim, and I've never heard them say anything about taxes. I've heard them say things about interest. A lot of them buy whatever they buy, they prefer to buy it in cash to avoid the interest. I've never heard anything about the taxes. Now, and I can be honest and say that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm asking you, because you're saying it, it's like you're saying it, but then you're not saying it because it's like you're not sure.
No, I'm
It's
sure.
like you're not. So is taxes a sin? Yeah, it's either a yes or no thing. Is paying taxes a sin?
Paying taxes is not a sin. If you're required to by the government, no, it's not a sin.
But
Doesn't
what
mean it's right.
but the government collecting the taxes is a sin?
Yeah, according to the Bible, yes. Tax collectors were considered sinners. Yes.
Okay, bro. All right.
But like I said,
All right.
the whole conversation was based on what you asked what I felt about taxes. So I'm telling you where I got my mindset from. I get it from scripture, from the Bible.
Okay.
But I'm obedient. I pay my taxes. I pay property tax, all that you're required to. Only thing I'm not required to is, you know, bow down to statues and all that stuff. Like that's anything against God, no, won't do. Even unto death.
Well, is interest a sin?
According to the Bible, yes.
So paying interest is a sin because I know
No, not paying.
I've
I'm saying a company that charges interest is considered sinful, yes. You only pay back what you borrowed. You don't pay interest. That's a form of theft.
you don't pay interest.
No, you're not, it's sinful to collect interest. You only, whatever you loan someone, they pay back what they borrowed. That's it.
So
So if I borrow $100 from you, I only pay you $100 back. I don't pay you $120 back.
because it's sinful.
According to the Bible, yes.
So why do you do it?
Because it's the law. You're required to.
But you just came up here and you're telling me that I should do things differently. I shouldn't play music. I
I
should
didn't say you
change
shouldn't
my.
play music.
Hold on. You said I should change my tonality, my tone. You're saying I should use different verbiage because it's not what you think I should do. It's not the way of God. But you're telling me when it comes to interest and based on because we're kind of getting back to the video finally, um, that it's a sin, it's sinful, but you're required to do it, so you do it, right?
Romans chapter 1. Yes, that's your answer right there.
See, I just want to. All right, CJ, where we at with it? Where we at with it? Well, you want me
I
to
don't know
play the
where we
video
left
some
off on
more?
the video.
I'm sure some of you guys probably got it right. Let me see. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all ain't saying too much. Um, Now, here's the rules, and this is the rules for Texas. This is for Texas only. If your vehicle, which is mine, is under 26,000 pounds. So if your vehicle is under 26,000 pounds, you have to carry.
Now I'm well versed on the Texas TXDMV. Actually, me and Isaiah had a debate about this a few months ago. So TXDMV is one of those states as far as household goods moving from an interstate perspective. I'm well versed on.
300,000
The reason why is because it's similar to what we have here with the Illinois Commerce Commission, which is the ICC.
in general auto liability. That's what's required for my little cargo van.
Oh, you can pause it.
And you have to have.
So this is my understanding is that general liability policy, you had said that that covers even damage that I caused inside the house. Did you say that? I'm trying to remember.
So, general liability. So the way general liability works for moving, it would cover if there's damages inside the property. In most cases, uh, moving companies, depending on the cost of the damage, we usually cover those damages out of pocket. I've only used my general liability one time. It was for a $55,000 claim for a dock awning that came down because the driver he wasn't paying attention to the clearance. So every floor, every wall, every banister, carpet, uh, uh, the actual goods has always come out of my pocket.
Okay, because when
And
I
the
was doing
reason
my
why,
research,
and the reason why is because with commercial insurance, especially with property, general liability, one claim your insurance is going to go up. Now, where you're going with the goods, and I know where you're going with it, your general liability does not cover goods, and there's movers in here. All right. Um, what the customer gets for free from a state level and a federal level is what's called valuation. It's not insurance. So every moving company, every licensed moving company provides the consumer, the customer, with valuation. It's not insurance. At an intrastate, locally, intrastate level, they get 30 cents per pound per article. On a federal level, interstate, if the move crosses state lines, they get 60 cents per pound per article. For instance, I move you. You have a OLED TV. You paid $5,000 for it, right? It weighs 10 pounds. I drop it, right? You're going to get a valuation of 30 cents per pound per article. You're going to get a check from my moving company for $3. Even though that TV you paid $5,000 for it, you're going to get a check for $3. This is why when you see a lot of reviews on moving companies and people leave 1 stars and they complain and say, oh, this company broke this, and then they insulted me, they sent me a check for $6. This is why. Now, it's always up to the customer to purchase moving insurance. Your general liability, commercial auto, and your cargo do not cover it, the damages to the goods, right? They have to purchase what's called declared value or full value. Declared is depreciated value. And then they would purchase that from a licensed insurance agent that sells moving insurance. So, so what the customer gets is valuation. Your general liability wouldn't cover their damages. If you are filing claims for your general liability for damages, no, that's not how it works. They get valuation, and that's free. Every moving company has to give a customer valuation from an intrastate, 30 cents per pound per article. That may vary depending on state. Most states are 30 cents per pound per article. Federal is 60 cents per pound per article.
okay, yeah, I remember that. I actually attended the webinar. They have a webinar every month, I think, and it was like 3 hours long. I remember that part, but I felt like they said that they're not doing that anymore. Like it's you agree with the customer, like what you're gonna cover. Like,
Mm-mm, mm-mm,
and I felt like it
mm-mm.
said something like
Listen,
that.
listen, it's up to you to, a lot of the big companies, especially the van lines, they have in-house insurance. So they can sell in-house insurance. That's why they promote it. You know what I'm saying? They promote it because they sell it in-house. You can offer it, but you should have an agent or a broker that you can refer them to. You can't sell moving insurance because you're not a licensed insurance company that can sell moving insurance. You can refer them to someone, you can offer it. What I can tell you from a local level, most customers, when you're moving them on a local level, are going to decline it because it's very expensive. Interstate, long distance customers are more apt to purchase it. Local customers that are of an upper echelon, they will tend to purchase it. When you get to dealing with like the professional athletes or just people that are well to do, with well off people, when you get to those multi-million-dollar mansions, they'll purchase it. But your average person in a studio or 1 or 2 or 3 bedroom, they're not going to purchase it. You can refer them. Once they get that quote, they're not going to purchase it. They're just going to take the chance. You can give them valuation. Now, this is where your discernment comes in as a business owner on when things arise like damages, on how you're going to rectify the situation. The best thing would be to, talk with the customer and resolve the issue. Yes, I've purchased brand new TVs. I've, replaced a lot of those, those plastic things people buy at Target, those 3-drawer tote things. You see them in a lot of college
Yeah.
dorms. Those and moves, IKEA furniture. You know, it's not really meant to be moving from place to place. So a lot of the time that press wood collapse. So there's been plenty of times where we've uh, resolved things in house, either full value or we've taken I stuff like that. Like if it's like one of those Target dressers, I just 10% off the move, and they're usually fine with it because they can go replace that anyway. So yes, in that aspect, but if you just want to be a jerk or you just want to be firm, then yes, the only thing that you are legally bound to give them if they don't purchase the insurance is valuation. If they don't purchase the insurance.
Got it. Yeah, I had a insurance quote on like business. It was like business insurance where it was $1 million. Um, and I was under the impression that that's what I need for like legal, like to cover like lawsuits. It was business. I can't remember the exact term, but it
Gen-
was some type of business.
General liability covers, so your auto covers everything that happens with the vehicles. If you get into an
With the vehicle,
accident, you
right?
hit somebody, right? Cargo covers the stuff when it's in transport,
Right.
right? Uh,
But lawsuits, like a lawsuit,
that would be. I've been sued. I did a live stream about it. That's general liability.
that's
So
still general. Oh,
yeah, so it doesn't. So here's the way it will work. If you if you if you if you get a lawsuit for something that's done, let's say inside the home, like I got threatened for an inside the home lawsuit, but the guy ended up not suing because what happened was I had a moving crew that was moving some radiators out the home to take them to a powder coating place to because the house was getting it was getting rehab, so all the radiators were gonna go to the powder coating place. So I had a crew there moving them. Now, since the house was under construction, it was an older house. That's why they were rehabbing it. The stairs were faulty. So, with the weight of the movers plus the heavy radiator, one of the guys went through the stairs. The customer was more concerned about his stairs. I was concerned about the guy. So, when
right.
he called the office and he was like, "Well, what about my stairs?" I said, "Well, what about my guy?" I said, "This is how this is going to work. He's going to sue me and he's going to sue you. He's going to sue my company. He's going to sue you. He can't sue me worse for you. Say he can absolutely sue you because he injured himself. He injured himself on your property. I said this is America. Anybody can sue anybody for anything. He injured himself on your property. He works for my company. He's going to sue me, my company. He's going to sue you." I said, "Now I can talk to my guy. He's been with me for a while. I can cover whatever cost, and you can figure out your stairs." I think that will probably be the best option for both of us. And because I was able to talk professionally and voice the reason, he said, "You know what? You're right." You see what I'm saying? I had the lawsuit that actually happened was an automobile accident, right? So uh the that fell under the automobile insurance. So when the insurance Mercury was the insurance company, when they covered it, it fell under the automobile and insurance part of the policy. So it all depends on, I guess, what you're being sued for would determine which part of the policy, it will fall under.
Now let me ask you this, because now that you know that I was trying to run my business with multiple drivers, multiple vehicles, owner operators under I was going to get the license. They were going to run under my moving authority. Do you still feel the same? Do you think that I should still have moved forward or and tried to convince those guys to get that insurance, or
So
is it?
so 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 you saying you're gonna start a moving company and you're gonna broker moving jobs to independent contractors?
Yeah, it was a group of us. We all have the same vehicle. and the customer would be able to choose how many. Well, we would decide how many vehicles are needed for the move. So if they
So
need 3 vehicles,
so no, I wouldn't. So me personally, I would not, especially as a new business owner. The last thing I would do would partner with people and put my trust in other people. So I wouldn't do anything like that. Me start a business and then have these guys and trust in these guys. No, no. I wouldn't do anything like that. Now, can I tell you something my mother always told me?
yeah,
When I thought about partnerships, when I hit like different plights in business, she always told me, God bless the child that's got his own. Every time she couldn't give me business advice because she's not a business person, she's an educator. But when I would, voice frustration, like, man, well, man, you think I should sell a piece of the business and da da da? She said, you're gonna figure out God bless the child that's got his own. She always told me that, and she still tell me that. I like when I do business ventures now, I don't look for partnership. One of the main reasons is because I have a strong business mind and I haven't really met a person yet that
man.
is is similar to me, and I know I like things one way and I don't want to clash with
Hmm.
someone and then it becomes messy. So I rather just do things on my own, but I always revert back to what she told me. You know what I'm saying? So no, I wouldn't have even considered that business structure at all. It wouldn't even it wouldn't I would it wouldn't have I wouldn't even let that cross my mind.
I felt like it was a good idea, and I ran it by him. We kind of planned it out. I had a whole business plan. I made contracts. I made a commercial, pretty much. I mean, we were ready to go, and I felt like I think it would have worked because, like I said, I live in an area. It's a lot of moves, apartments, condos, even small homes, and we were going to get $300 each per vehicle. So 3 vans, that's $900 for the customer to get 3 vans with three helpers. So like on paper, it sounded really good, and I'm like, I'm ready to move forward. But I ran into those roadblocks when it came to the insurance. I can pay for it. I can fund my insurance. I could do it, but I need the partnership. And a lot of the guys, they don't want to. They're not going to spend 500,000 on the insurance.
You don't
And
you don't need partnership. You can do it yourself and you can build it yourself. That's like the same thing I told you in the video.
but with a cargo van,
Here's the thing: I wouldn't consider starting a moving company with a cargo van.
right?
I would definitely start with a 16-foot box truck, and I would focus on small moves up to 2 bedrooms, depending on the 2 bedroom. Some 2 bedrooms you can pack in a 16-footer. This is going to help you build a bigger clientele base quicker because you're focusing on up to 2 bedrooms. So you're getting 2 bedrooms, 1 bedroom studios, dorms, just a few things. So those are the customers that you're going to see more often. Like what I tell people who want to start with a 26-footer, you're going to, though it's less moves, especially depending on the market you're in, and you'll probably never see that customer again. If you move a person in 1 bedroom and you build up a clientele base of 1 and 2 bedrooms and studios, there's a 70% chance you're going to see those customers every year until they meet their partner, start a family, and buy a home. Most people in 1 bedrooms, they literally move every single year. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So this is how you can
Yeah.
build your client. This is how you can build your clientele base up at the beginning, the earlier years in your moving career, and then you scale up and you get those 26-footers, and then now you're getting those customers that started with you in year one that have met their partner and they're growing. Now you're moving them into their family home, and then you can do those long distance moves, and then you still have those repeat customers that's coming in, and then they become brand ambassadors for you because people of that socioeconomic class usually fraternize with people of the same class. So they're like young urban professionals, things of that nature. And they'll hear some of my coworkers while moving, oh, you should use this company, Big CJ. They moved me. Everything went off with a hit. Everything went off great. There was no hiccups. Here's their number. So you get repeat customers and you get way more brand ambassadors because you're focusing on those smaller moves that are going to be uh, repeat customers more frequently. So I would definitely start with a 16 footer. I think a van is it's just not really efficient enough. And then what happens with the van, you can tell a customer I got a van and they'll say yeah, and then they'll be okay. You'll sell them on multiple trips and they say yeah, but then what happens when it becomes time consuming, that's when you see the customer start breathing hard and making sign and stuff because they want moving is stressful. Moving is stressful, and most customers that move, they're stressed because they're worried about who's coming into their home. They're worried about stuff making it from point A to point B. So you kind of want to get it there as efficient as possible in one trip. A van, especially when you're doing those one bedrooms, a possibility. It could be multiple trips, and it's just not efficient. And it's just a 16 footer is cheaper than a van. So you can go buy a 16 footer for way cheaper than you can buy a van, but you have more capacity to to get stuff done a lot faster, in which you can get more clientele in.
Gotcha. And that's another thing. Like just because I gave up with the van, I'm not doesn't mean I'm quitting. It's just I'm actually glad I went through this experience because I did what a lot of people don't do. Like I went through the whole process of getting the license, doing all the research, figuring out what I need to do. I filled out the application, submitted it, everything. So like, if I do decide to go that route, obviously I would do it with a box truck. And it was a good learning experience. But I don't know everything. I've never claimed to know everything. I just was sharing what my experience and I don't really care what people think about it. It's my journey, my life. But I don't know, man. It's just I know how the world is now, so I don't really care. Um, I'm only focused on the important things that actually matter. So I don't know. And I don't know. I guess
I think everything you said, man. I think God matters because He does, but at the end of the day, we have to make money. Nothing in this world is free. So when I encourage people to go out and get it, it's because like things cost money. Everything costs money. What we're doing right now is costing money. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing is free. You need lights, you need electricity, we need high speed internet to be able to pull the bandwidth to do the stream. All this costs money. Your mortgage, my mortgage, the cost of running the business, plus the cost of maintaining your life, your personal life. And guess what? The cost of living is steady going up. Wages aren't scaling with the cost of living. This is why you got van life. So when I encourage people to make money is because people need money to survive. I'm not, you know, a bad guy. It's just nothing in this world is free.
so. I agree, I hear what you're saying. I do disagree with that. I think money is not everything in life. There's somebody on this channel that is going to put their whole life into business. They're going to buy a vehicle and they're just not going to make it. If it's not meant for them to make it, they're not going to make it. Everybody can't be successful.
Never
Everybody's not
said
going to
money was
make it.
everything. Never said money was
No, no, I'm
everything.
just saying.
Said
I'm just saying.
I said it was a
You said we
necessity.
need money.
You need it. You can't listen. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, and this I know you don't like. I listen.
I do like you.
Homelessness is a real thing. I see homeless people. When I got some dollars in my pocket, I'll give it to them. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, I don't want to be homeless. I
But you
always
can't
think,
control that.
hold on.
You can't control that.
I always think. Listen, this is how I all right. I don't want to touch that, bro, because I don't want to go back there. I don't want to go back there. But let's get back on. You want me to play the video, or I had some stuff that I wanted to share with you based off the research for this live stream. If you want it, if not, then
Yeah, we
just
can start wrapping it up. You can
we
start
can do
wrapping it
that.
up. Whatever you want to
But
end up with.
I watched the video where you was dissing me yesterday, and I saw some flaws. And if you don't mind, I'd like to give you some pointers on how you can prevent a claim.
Prevent a claim? Sure.
So when you did this video yesterday, and you're dissing me, you were delivering a refrigerator, right?
Yes.
Right here.
Yeah.
And I just want to ask you, what do you think you did wrong here?
From this scene right here, or just the delivery?
Just with the delivery. What do you think you did wrong?
I
I'm gonna play it.
No, is
And
that normal?
I'm just gonna
like
tell
our
you.
kids,
I'm just gonna
like
tell you.
15. So that's what
going
we're
in the
gonna do.
house without the customer being there.
All right, so I'm
No.
about to do the delivery. See, I got my little ramp down there to kind of force it in, but it's only because of the bubble wrap was really thick. So
Right here, you're wheeling a 2-wheel dolly across a hardwood floor. You shouldn't do that. Can I explain to you why?
Yeah.
All right. So you see how you got the refrigerator off the van and you had it on a dolly, and you're using the dolly, you're pulling the refrigerator on the dolly on the concrete. Now I'm telling you this from experience, because I don't want what can happen is, see those wheels? There's fine pebbles and there's fine pieces of concrete that can get lodged in those wheels. And each time the wheel spins, it gets further and further lodged. When you go in a home, especially a home like this with dark hardwood floors, the moment you cross the threshold all the way to the end point, you're gonna scratch the floor. And then what's gonna happen is they're gonna call. They're always gonna go with their customer. I mean, with who they want to go with. And when Jimmy's hardwood flooring or Mike hardwood flooring come out, they're gonna say, okay, this is a nice floor. And yeah, we can repair this, but what's going to happen is it's not going to look consistent with the rest of the floor, because we're going to sand this and then we're going to refinish it, but it's going to have a shine and it's not going to be consistent. And the customer say, I want it to look like the way it looked before they came in here. And then they're going to charge them with, this is probably a $3,000 job. And now you got a $3,000 claim. So my advice to you, maybe get you some masonite boards, or get you some runners. You can get you some runners from CDS or New Haven. And whenever I wouldn't recommend, if I pulled up to a move and I seen one of my crews wheeling a dolly, I'm gonna faint, because I know what it's like to have a floor claim. It's not fun. I have a member of my MGM, one of my moderators, a $25,000 floor claim, because this is a modest home. But what if this was a home of an NBA player? Now you got a different type of wood, more expensive, longer. You see what I'm saying? So you can go to CDS or you can go to New Haven and get some blue runners, or you can get some masonite boards. And then if you're going to do this, then you want to cover the floor on the path to where you're going. I wouldn't recommend it. I always recommend 2 guys and shoulder straps for a refrigerator. But if you're going to go about this right, I think you should do some runners. It was one more thing that I saw from, because I only watched like the last 2. And it's just I'm just, it's not to, I'm just.
So that's what I'm talking about. That's what attracted me to your channel, because you say stuff that, like, I would never think of that. Like, obviously you have the experience, so that's the part I appreciate. Like, I where am I gonna get that from? So that's what I'm saying. Like, I love everything about the channel. I just feel like there's just something missing. That's it. And that's
I,
I don't know
I,
how to tell you. I don't know how to tell you in a nice way. It's hard. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know. I felt in my soul that, like, when I care about somebody, why would I hide, the truth from somebody I care about? I'm gonna tell them.
I,
and it's,
I
I
grew
don't
up.
know.
So look, I grew up. First half of my childhood on the west side of Chicago. The second half of my childhood, we moved to the east side of Chicago. All right. So I grew up in a urban environment in the city of Chicago. I don't know what your background is like, but I grew up in an urban environment. All right. So um, you may not, have grown up the way I grew up, the way I speak, the music I play. It's just where I come from. It doesn't make me a bad person.
I didn't say
You
you're a
know.
bad person. I'm
Okay.
not
So
saying that.
so 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 I grew up on rap music. I grew up on hip hop. Believe it or not, the first tape that I got was from 1991 at Coconuts. It was Too Short, Short Dogs in the House. Probably the most vulgar stuff a person could ever hear in 1991 that was coming out of his mouth. But it's just the music that I listened to. The verbiage that I use, the words that I use, it's just where I come from. You know what I'm saying? Can I turn it on and can I turn it off? Of course. But when I look at my demographic and my audience, I'm not I'm not here for a job interview. I don't have to put hey, how you doing? I'm Mark. Nice to meet you. Yeah, I'm here for the sales job. I don't have to do that. I can talk when I present my content like I'm talking to my friends. I want people to be comfortable. If you don't like it, there's other people that may articulate themselves differently. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean I'm not a Christian. It doesn't mean that I don't believe in God. I am an aggressive person. Most people you meet from New York and Chicago are just really aggressive people. When I go down south, when I go to Atlanta, when I go to Texas, I got family from Chicago that's moved to Texas, the Dallas area. I notice that when I go down south, people are friendly. People speak to you. That's crazy. Like I can get in the elevator here and it could just be me and a neighbor, somebody else that's on my floor. We're waiting for the elevator to get on, and nobody says nothing. I've spoke to people in my building. Good morning. They don't even speak back. So I think maybe since we come from two different backgrounds, two different parts of the country. I'm from up north. You're from down south. I I see when I come down south, it's a lot more friendly. You get that southern hospitality. Up here, people don't speak. Up here, people mean mug. Up here, people are aggressive. And it is embedded in me because that's just the way of life and that's how you carry yourself, right? Because believe it or not, you could speak to a person, you can smile to a person here, and depending on who that person is, they could take you for a weaker individual. So I think when you assess uh uh me, I think it's because we come from two different walks of life. I think if you looked at a person from New York, you would probably have the same assessment because they kind of carry themselves in a similar way. So I think it's just, a difference of background, a difference of, you know, where we are, from a geographic standpoint in the country, why I think maybe you see things different. Does that make sense or no?
I get what you're saying. The culture part of it, I get it.
So now here's a video you did the other day. What do you think you did wrong here?
Um,
So
I don't know.
You're dismounting the TV, right?
Yeah,
You should never do what you're doing. The first thing you should do is take the TV off the bracket. The same way you mount the TV is the same way you take the TV down. This mount, this is a mount where it's on a bracket that's suspended in air. The reason why you're having a hard time is because all this weight is suspended. It's suspended in the air and it's pulling down on it.
well, my helper was holding it. It was
No,
holding
no,
it up. You
it
can't
doesn't.
see him.
It
Yeah.
doesn't. Listen. It doesn't matter if they're holding it up or not. The
Oh,
same way
okay.
you mount the TV is the same way you dismount the TV. You always
Gotcha.
so with this mount, it's 4 bolts, 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. You take these out, you take the TV, you wrap it, and then I would recommend getting an impact drill because sometimes there's anchors and sometimes it's tight on studs. So you kind of need an impact drill to break it. Then you take the mount down. If it's a tilt mount where you got the strings on each side, you pull the strings, you have a person on each side, you take the TV off, and then you dismount. So with this one, always take the screws out from the bracket and then take the mount out. It's this, you're just doing it in reverse. That way because it's pulling, that weight is pulling, but outside the fact that it's pulling, you just always remove the TV from the bracket and then focus on the mount. All right.
Gotcha. So that no matter what the customer say, right? Because they asked me to take it off like that.
No, you know why? The customer,
Still
let
do
me
it.
explain. Let me tell you something. When it comes
Yeah.
to moving, which is a very liability driven business, there's a lot
Hmm.
of liability in it. The customer is not always right. Get that out your
Yeah.
mind. All right. The customer is not a professional mover. Let me tell you
Yeah.
something back in my early days of moving. Still young, still naive. Customer said we were dealing with a couch or something. I think it was a couch. Get it in, don't worry about the wall. It's not going to fit. I don't think it's going to fit. My judgment, it was there, but it wasn't all the way there. I was like year 2.5. I'm still on the truck. I'm like, man, I don't think this is. Don't worry about the wall. We can patch and paint the wall. I really got to get this couch in here. So we didn't worry about the wall. We forced it in like they asked. When it's time to pay, you know what the customer said? Well, what about the wall?
Hmm.
I said, you said don't worry about it. Yeah, I know I said it, but you guys are the professionals.
Yeah.
So I'm looking like, damn, that's how you gonna do me? Well, you guys are the professionals. I mean, this is what you guys do. The customer isn't out here in 95 degrees carrying 2 bedrooms or 3 bedrooms up in 3, 4 flights of stairs. All the angles and all the tricks and things like that, they don't know. That's why they hired you. See, with moving, it's something that the customer can do. They can go right down the street to U-Haul. They can get all their friends, Pookie and Man in them, and they can come do it themselves. The reason they don't is because they don't want to. That's why they hired you.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't care what the customer tells me. You know what the customer tells me? Then in this situation, I will explain to the customer why we need to do it this way. And if the customer says they don't want us to do it this way, do you know what I do? You know what I do? They call, hey, the customer don't want us to do it the right way, the way you trained us. All right, just what you got on the truck? You'll put 3 pieces on the truck, take those 3 pieces back, put them back in the house where they came from, get in the truck and drive off, tell the customer to call the office. You know why?
Yeah.
Because whatever that move is going to come out to, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be worth the risk of not doing things the right way.
Right. I agree. Yeah.
So I don't care what the customer says. It's what I say.
Mhm.
Because at the end of the day, if I go with the customer, they're still going to hold me liable. They're still going to go to Yelp. They're still, if they booked us on Thumbtack, they're still going to go back with those reviews. They still have the possibility, even if they pay us, to dispute it on their credit card. Now you got to write this long statement to MasterCard or Visa and then attach receipts and prove what they're saying is not true. And they're always going to lie and exaggerate. And don't let it be American Express. If they file a dispute with American Express, you'll never see that money again. So you always want to do things your way. And if they don't want to do it your way, then you walk away. Because $1,000 move could turn into a $25,000 claim.
Mm.
Is it worth it?
Nope, never.
One more thing a few people want me to talk to you about, this Dolly thing. You want to talk about it or no?
Well, I'm doing a final video, but as you said, I'm gonna explain it on my last video. But as you mentioned, a lot of it is for content purposes. It is real, but it is for content purpose. It's something I definitely could have kept to myself, but I felt it was necessary to share it on my channel, and it's good for content. But I mean, is there anything specific you want to know about it?
Well, you had an issue with a Dolly job, and I didn't watch all 3 videos, but from the video that I watched, I guess the customer filed a dispute or complained, and Dolly didn't pay you for that particular job, right?
Yeah, it was based on a survey that the customer
Okay.
filled out.
Okay. So, but Dolly didn't pay you for that job.
Yeah, they accused me of not bringing my helper,
Mm-hmm.
and they deducted my pay
Okay.
with no investigation.
Did you say how much they deducted in one of your videos?
Yeah, it was like $125 or something crazy number,
Okay.
ridiculous number.
And well, it depends on how you look at it. This is why I wanted to, because a few people. So here's what I got from it. A few people, I guess you've been doing a series, and a few people from your channel, these are more, I guess, your subscribers than mine, and I guess they've been kind of going back and forth with you because I guess they feel like you're kind of taking the thing out of proportion. I don't know. I didn't watch all the videos, but what I got is that's what they're saying. So it was $125, and it was based on a survey that you didn't have a helper. And you said that you're gonna. I watched the 3rd video. I watched a piece of the 3rd video. You said you're considering filing a suit, right? Or is that for just
Yeah,
pediatrics?
I'm getting legal advice about
Okay.
potential lawsuit, but
Okay. Let me. Can I just give you my thoughts on it, if you
sure.
don't mind? Dolly, I've heard you say is your bread and butter, right?
Yeah, one of the busiest in my market.
Okay. $125. What's the retainer to go after that $125?
What do you mean? Like how much I got to pay up front? You talking about?
Yeah. How much you gonna have to spend to chase 125?
Oh, I don't know.
We talking business. No, I'm
Yeah.
because I want to,
So
because here's the
I don't
thing.
want
Hold on, no, we don't got to go into specifics, but how
to.
much
Okay.
you think is going to? Here's what I'm trying to get you to understand. How much you think is going to cost you to chase $125? Let me give you an example. I got a lawsuit from 2016. It was this contract we have talked about on the channel before. It was a Christmas tree company. We delivered Christmas trees every winter. They would ship Christmas trees to my warehouse and we deliver them. 700, 800 trees a year. We'd have to deliver them really, really quickly because they're live trees, so we have to deliver them in 5 days. But the last year, they switched up. They would normally pay us half up front and then pay us another half at completion. This year, they said, look, we're going to pay you at the end. They never paid us. The company was pretty much bankrupt. None of the contractors across the country knew. We had been delivering trees for them since 2012, 2013. So I trusted them. Long story short, they did a money grab from selling the trees on Groupon. This is years ago. And they made the money for the Christmas trees and they never paid the contracts to deliver. $11,000. Okay. I still had to assume the cost of delivering the trees, which came out to about $4,500, $5,000, which was to pay for. It took me 3 trucks to deliver those trees. I had 5 days because they're live trees, so I had to get them out. So I ran 3 trucks for 5 days, 2 guys on each truck. With the labor and the fuel and costs associated, it was about $4,500, $5,000. I never got the money, right? Hit my lawyer and I consulted. And you know what my lawyer told me? He said, Mark, you want to spend $5,000 retainer to chase 11? That's all he said to me. He said, you want to spend 5 to chase 11? And he said, and it's a possibility you not even going to get the money. It's not worth it, Mark. Now we talking about 11. You talking about 125. It's your biggest, this app provides you the most revenue. What you're doing by creating content, if this is your money maker, what you're doing by creating content, it could work against you. I wouldn't, and this is just friendly advice, I wouldn't bite the hand, especially if this is your money maker, over $125. I wouldn't even consider a lawsuit. $125, you get mad, you get angry, you write it off, you keep moving. It's the cost of doing business. Stuff happens. Customers lie. I've had customers that have filed disputes. I've won every single dispute. You know which disputes I don't win? The American Express ones. Why? Because American Express, all they care about is their customer. They don't care about the company. That's why certain companies don't accept American Express. I can win a dispute with a customer because I have their signature. They've signed the contracts. They signed the paperwork. They paid us. If you are complaining about damage that has nothing to do with the pay, that's civil, and it has nothing to do with pay. We did a service. We completed the service. A dresser got nicked on the leg. That's civil. It has nothing to do with the service. It's professionally written up. We have to respond in so many days. We attach everything. We send it in. 90 days or so. One of those days you just happen to be checking your business account. You see a little bump. Oh, MasterCard sent our money back. We won the dispute. Check the email. Oh, they did send an email. The point that I'm trying to make is, in business, you're going to have some ups. You're going to have some downs. You're going to have some days where things don't go your way. You're going to have some customers that lie. You're going to go do a job and you're going to do everything the right way. And guess what? The customer going to go finesse you and they're going to file a dispute. You might win, but it's going to tie your money up. They're going to reverse the customer. And then if you win 90 days later, the money will come back. it's all type of things that can happen in business. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't make a big deal out of $125. I definitely wouldn't be making content about this company, especially if it's your moneymaker. And I wouldn't invest in, I don't think a lawyer would pick it up, but if you do happen to find some lawyer that's greedy and decides to take a retainer to chase $125, I wouldn't want to hire that lawyer anyway. You know what I'm saying? So that's my advice. I think you should probably, you know, me personally, if that's your moneymaker, I would just lay off and just, you know, be careful. I mean, I hear you, but I wouldn't trip on it, bro. It could be
So
listen, it could be a lot worse.
yeah, everything you just said, I agree 100%. And again, the the whole reason I started that series was for the content of it, and I'm not thinking about myself. I'm not thinking about the $125. It's a message that's going to come on the last video, and it has a lot to do with what you just said. So I don't want to spoil it, but I do understand that part. It's definitely not worth chasing $125. It's bigger than that, but it's not about that. And I think I'll be able to explain it on my last video. Like you're gonna say you're gonna. I think you'll agree with what I have to say on the last video. So I'm working on that now, but I think it's the reason I shared it was mainly for the message that's going to come out of it, the lesson that people are going to learn when you're working with companies like that. That's the whole, like that's the main reason I'm sharing the content. And to be honest, I don't care about that company. If they deactivate me, I get deactivated. I have a plan B, and you know, I think I'll be better off um, without that company. To be honest, I mean, they just a side hustle for me, but I'm trying to build my own clients and do my own thing, and I'll make double what they're paying me doing the same work. So that's my
Mhm.
goal, anyways. So I never rely. I'm not going to set myself up to rely on a company like that. I want to build my own network of work where I charge what I want. It's my rules. I don't have to deal with none of that stuff.
Mm.
But that's part of my journey.
Yeah. Yeah, I just, because somebody wanted me to react to that, but I'm like, man, this dude got 4 videos about this, man. I ain't, I ain't got time to watch all this, but that's what I picked up, and I just decided to react to the one that I reacted to. So, man, it's all good, bro. I don't, you know, I wish this would have started off, you know, better. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I don't, I don't. I just reacted to the video, man. The insurance, I just disagree with the insurance and the licensing. Like I said at the video, I said, I compared what it's like getting licensed up here, and I said, it could be a lot worse. It's better down there, but hopefully, there's no I don't, I don't feel no type of way about the engagement we just had. I'm gonna go on about my day. It's not gonna really bother me. Hopefully, you do the same, and I don't got no smoke with you, man. I'm not. I don't got no smoke with you, man.
Yeah, feelings mutual. I mean, I would like to talk to you on a personal level, to be honest. And I do apologize if you felt like I'm attacking you, your personality or anything. I didn't want to feel like that, but it was laid on my heart to share what I had to say. That's it. And then it's up to you what you do with it. I don't want it to seem like a personal attack.
I mean,
I care. I care. I care. I really do. I really do. And
yeah, yeah.
I don't
I guess I appreciate it. I mean, I don't like. I don't like. I don't.
like who's gonna
I
come
don't
on your channel and talk like that?
like what.
Well, just you know, to try to. Now, I'm not trying to redirect your mind, but just try to get you to think about maybe I should take a step back and look at what I'm doing. Like, look at my platform, look at what I'm doing, and what's the real help. It's great to help somebody in business, and I understand that's the content. I get what you're saying, but like, to me, the most important help is, you know, getting someone, saved. Basically, like that's the whole point of life.
Listen, bro,
Like that.
I'm here's the thing. Me personally, if that's what you want to do, then that's what you see. Okay, so let me tell you this. You're not gonna like what I'm about to say, but I'm I'm gonna be straightforward. So if I tell you, look, when I called you a nice guy, the way you said it, I didn't mean it. I'm straight up with you. I'm not out here trying to save people and invite them to Christ. And I'm not the person standing on the corner and handing out free pamphlets and inviting them down to Saint Sabina or New Mount Pilgrim or whatever the church is. That's not who I am. Okay. It's not me. Doesn't mean that I'm not religious, because I am. Doesn't mean that I'm not a Christian, because I am. I believe in God. I pray. I have a praying mother. That's more, she does that. She's in church. That's what she does. That's not me. I'm not gonna, the religion, that's what you do. And I applaud you for it. That's not me, bro. I wouldn't even, and this is probably not the right thing to say, but the places I would probably have to go where I would really need to spread the gospel, I don't think I want to be standing there trying to get people to come to church, because I might catch a stray. Me and you come from two different places. The the neighborhoods and the communities that I would have to go in and gather people up, and what they call them, not street preachers, people that be on the street trying to get people to come. What they call that? I forget what they call that. I used to hear the word a lot back in the day. You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Like an evangelist, you talking about, or I don't know, or I don't
I
know.
don't know, but the people that be in the street passing out the Bibles and inviting them to church. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not something I could do here in my market, because the neighborhoods I would have to go to do it. I don't want to go and be standing out in the open in those
I'm
neighborhoods.
not. I'm not asking you to do that. I'm just. It's about the light that shine. It's about the message. Um, it's kind of hard to explain. Some people, there's very few people that get what I'm trying to say to you, but
I get what you're
I,
trying to
it's
say. I get what you're trying to say, but I'm also telling you what you want me to do it's not, you want me to be what you want me to be, and you want me to do what you want. Okay, so here's the thing. You see something in me. You said it. You said I have a great business mind. You listen to me. You said you like me as an individual, right? I get it. You said that if I took what I have, and you said if I took my audience, you said you have a core loyal audience. If you preach this to them, the gates will open up for you. That's not what you're saying.
not. No, I didn't say preach. It's not about preaching.
Can you
It's the
just tell
message.
me exactly what it is, man?
It's
Just stop beating around
it's,
the
it's
bush.
yeah, like I said, I like everything about you. I love the information you provide. I just learned a ton from you right now. The only thing that I see that's missing, and it's not only me that sees this, is the message. It's just the message, and it's like I said.
Who are these people you keep referring to? Because you keep talking about these other people. Are
No,
these
no, I'm
like
just
me?
saying. I'm
Who are these people? Is this like the congregation? Is it the
no,
congregation? Well, who is these
no,
people?
man.
Let me know who these people is. Is it the church?
No.
Is Deacon in them? Is it Pastor in them? Tell me who it is. Now I hope it's not. I hope y'all ain't a bunch of men sitting on the phone gossiping about Big Mark, because then I'm
No,
gonna have to question a few things, because we not sitting on
no.
the phone. Because who are these people that you keep referring to that say they see this? That means you talking to people and y'all talking about me. What y'all talking
No,
about? And
nobody's
who are
talking
these
about
people?
you.
Then you said
It's
you
not
ain't the
about.
only one who said it, and you done reiterated that a multitude of times in this live stream.
Yeah, I've read comments before. I don't talk to anybody about anybody. I just, like I said, I don't want to get off track. I feel like, this is something that has to be said. And if I'm the person that got to do it and
What's the
feel
message?
embarrassed, whatever, I don't care.
What's the
I'm
message you
just,
want me
I'm
to
just,
preach? What's the message you want
I.
me to preach?
It's not,
Tell me.
it's not about preaching. It's not about preaching. It's about it's just the message. So, like I said, when I first listened to you, I listened to what you say. I listened to what you said, and I see it. I see it. You carry yourself as though like you're um well accomplished, and I get it. It's just a lack of the priorities. That's what I see. It's a lack of the priorities, and I know I'm not. I don't know how to word it. It's hard to word, but it's just I
Oh,
feel like if it. No, I feel like if you what's the word? I don't even know how to explain it, man. It's the words that you use, the way you carry yourself, the things you say, and the message that is received by viewers. It comes off as you can do this, like you have to do this.
tell me some of these words. Are you allowed to say some of these words that I say? Tell me some of these words.
No,
Because you
no,
gotta be
I'm just,
specific. Listen, you gotta be specific with Mark. You gotta be specific.
yeah.
Mark can't
So,
read, because we see, if you talk the language that I talk, you ain't got that ism in you. If you had the ism and you was talking the ism, then I'd understand what you saying. I don't know what you talking about. You gotta be specific with Mark. Just say
okay,
it, brother.
so I am. So this is when I watch your channel, this is what I get from it. This is how I perceive it. And I don't think I'm the only one that feels this way, but I feel that your success is based on you. Like you built your empire, you put in the work, and you prioritize your business over everything else. And you said that. You said that you put your life into it. You said you don't want to get married, you don't want a kid. My whole life into the business.
See, you wrong. I never said that. I never said
I
that.
think
No, see, that's some more see, you keep misconstruing things. I said I didn't do it during the building process. I always say this is what I'm doing now. I'm in the process of doing it right now. I didn't do it during the building process. I said it would have held me back. It would have stunned me. That's what I said. I've already accomplished that. Now I'm trying to get to it. I talk about it all the time. I talk about it in Discord. I talk about it in live streams. I just had a whole 2-hour conversation 2 weeks with Pip, 2 weeks ago with Pippi and other people about 5 Star was in there. I was talking about a destination wedding. What do you talk? See, that's what I'm saying. You listen to some things. I don't know how you're misconstruing stuff. Like you're misconstruing things. Yes, I said during the building phase, no, I put business before everything. But I've been saying this is my goal now. This is where I'm at in life now.
right, but even just that alone, like that's what I'm talking about. Like I wouldn't like that's the message that you're telling people. You're saying that
It's
put
not a
the
message.
business first.
That's what
Well,
I did. That's what I did.
right, but that's the message I receive when I watch videos like that.
Mhm.
It's saying that put your life into the business. That's I think that was specific words you
Okay.
said.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it
So let's unpack that. Let's unpack that. If you become a business owner, there's a few things that you have to do, right? One, you have to sustain the business, right? And the business has to sustain your personal lifestyle. If you leave your job and the business becomes the business and it has to pay you enough to sustain your lifestyle, there's a certain amount of work that's going to be associated with that, right? It's going to be more work than it would be if you were at a job or in a career working 9 to 5. You come in at 9, you leave at 5, right? A business dictates when you come in. A business dictates when you leave. You know why? Because as an owner of a business, you have to meet the needs of the business. The business don't meet the needs of you. So if you take that risk of starting a business, you are going to have to work. You're going to have to go above and you're going to have to go beyond. If you don't, if you are lazy, if you run a half-ass business, you're going to get half-ass results. And it is going to reflect in your business and it's going to reflect in your comfortability of life, your quality of life. Period. Listen. Nobody wants to be homeless. Nobody wants to fail. People start businesses to succeed and excel. So, yes, when I talk to people, listen, starting a business is not like working a job. You are going to have to go above and beyond, and you're going to have to prioritize the business over a lot. Most business owners, especially successful business owners, that business requires a lot of their time, they don't get a chance to see their kids that often. They don't get a chance to see their spouse. The kids and the spouse's quality of life may be well from a financial perspective, but that husband who has a business that's supporting and providing for them, someone has to run it, maintain it, and make sure revenue is still coming in so that the business can still float and so that the business can pay him, the business owner, enough to support his household. It takes time. So when I talk about it, I understand what it takes because it took all of
so
my time. It took all of my time. There was no time to do anything. So you may think it's wrong, but anybody that's built a business from scratch that's had any level of success, I'm sure they will tell you the same thing. The floor is yours.
I was just gonna say that and I agree. I understand what you're saying, and I feel like everything you're saying is speaking from a you know, your earthly mindset. Like you need to work to build your business. I get it. I think you're missing my point. It's not about that. It's the way my mindset is. I gave my business to God, not me. I don't put the weight of the business on my shoulders. I put it on his shoulders. And he is capable of opening doors and leading me and allowing me to expand my business. He could do it in any way he wants to. So that's the message I try to get people to understand, is that it's not you. You could work as hard as you want to build a business, but if that's not his plan for you, you're not going to make it. And that's the point I'm trying to get, is that the way you speak is that you can work your way into success without him. But
I never
my
said
thing
that,
is, no,
CJ. I
put
never
him
said that.
first.
So hold on,
Well,
hold on.
I'm just saying,
I
I'm just
never
saying
said that.
that's how it's perceived.
So no, it's not perceived like that. Here's the thing. I'm a Christian. If I was somebody that's coming into the space on the new, and I'm a Christian, and I watched me, but it wasn't me, I would take the information, because that's all I'm looking for. You want me to incorporate God more into my content. That's what you're asking me to do. In so many words, that's what you're asking me to do. You just don't want to say it. Just say, Mark, I want you to incorporate God more into your content. Is that what you want me to do?
No, like I said, I just think that the training, the message that people are receiving, and I'm not saying everyone. This I'm just telling you, this is how I perceive the message, and that's the only thing I feel that's missing from your channel, is that people you share information in a way that people are not thinking about how success really comes. That's the part that I feel is missing, and that's the main focus. Like,
All the glory
we
goes to
can't.
God. All the glory goes to God.
Right.
But here's the thing.
Exactly.
I'm not a
But
preacher. I'm not a person who preaches. I'm not a preacher. I'm not an ordained minister.
you don't have to preach. You don't have to be a preacher.
I get what you're saying, but you're telling me you want me to incorporate more religion into my content. This is what you came to my channel. This is you were moved to come to my channel to tell me to incorporate more religion into my channel, right? You want me to tell people that give all the glory to God, put the weight of the world on God's shoulders. This is what you just told me, right? See, I don't need nobody. Let me kick it with you real quick. I don't need nobody to tell me that. I already know that. Now, do I articulate that? No. This is not a religious channel. Now, you said earlier, you made some statements, and you said, oh, you got this platform, you got all these people, and da 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 da, and you feel like I'm missing that one thing. I'm trying to pull whatever it is out of you. You just won't tell me what it is. So I'm trying to formulate it on my own, and the only thing I can come up with is religion. Is that right, or I don't even know what to say. I
I
wish you
don't
could
call
just
it
be
religion.
strict. Well, what is it? A message or
It's just truth. It's just truth.
truth? Truth
It's
regarding what?
priority. It's priorities. The priorities have to be right.
Okay.
And yeah, that's like I said. I'm not trying to change you or nothing. I'm just saying
Yeah, you are,
that
but it's okay
I'm
because
not
if it
trying to
make
change you. I'm really
if
not.
it so what are the priorities? Because I tell people
Because
they all the
if
time they
you're
have to put their priorities in the right place.
if you're a born again Christian, you should be living for Christ. Like there's nothing else matters.
What do you? Okay, I
And
do live for Christ.
right, so proclaiming His word should be your priority. Like, to me, that's like, I feel, if
Okay,
I could help people build a business, but if they're all not saved, like, it's meaningless. They're not, like, true life and wealth is not here on earth. You have to build that above. That's where you build it. So it's like, if they're missing that piece, I don't care how much success you have on earth, that doesn't matter. That's the whole
tell
point. And I feel
tell
like you Go ahead.
tell me what you and these people that be talking about me in these dark rooms and shit. Tell me what y'all be, because that's where you really say it. So tell me what y'all be talking about when you say your other people see it. Tell me when you and the other people see it. When y'all be talking, articulate yourself. You don't gotta be. Listen, listen. I don't listen, CJ. You don't have to worry about offending me. You can't hurt my feelings. You clearly don't watch my content, bro. You can't, you just can't do, like, so just say what you want to say, bro. Say what you want to say. What are these priorities, bro?
I think I've said it. We gonna be going in circles.
Nah, we not,
But
because you ain't said it. I'm waiting on you to tell me.
so, like, as I was just explaining, that the people that we have influence on need to know the truth. That's all that
Okay.
matters.
What's the truth?
Nothing else matters.
What's the
The
truth?
truth is that you can't build your own business. You can't do it alone. There's nothing you could do to build success by yourself. Everything comes from God. So whether you believe in him or not, you could be an atheist. If you have success, it came from him. That's the whole point. And so, as a born again Christian, as we claim to be, our whole purpose here is to be a light to others and tell the truth, show the truth. And, you know, that's the part that I feel is missing, because I don't get that when I watch your content. I'm not
Okay.
I'm not getting that part. And it's more of, I can do this, I can build my business if I do all these steps and I do this and do that and listen to my training or whatever. And that's not, you know, that's not how you get success. God has to be number one. And that's the best way to build your business. If you want to have a business, that's always my message. I'm gonna put my business in his hands, on his shoulders, and let him guide me. And I mean, I don't know how else to say it. I mean, that's really, that's all it is. It's a lot of people that's educated, but when it comes to things that actually matter, they don't know. And
So
you know,
you just, okay, so I was really just asking you to tell me, give me like the phrase that you want me to tell people. But I always say
it's not.
God, hold on. I always say God, business, and then everything else. This is what I go off of. And here's the thing. My girl say she don't like when I say that. So when I say God, business, and everything else, I always say that. I always put God here. If you watch my content, I always say God, business, everything else. So I don't know where you get that I don't put God first. Now, you may not like the fact that I, right after God, I put business and then I put everything else on the back burner. I got to get to the bag, man. Ain't nothing you going to say that's going to change me from getting to the bag, man. God is up there because God provided the bag. He provided everything. He gave me everything. Without him, I would be nothing. That's why I always say God, business, and then everything else. I don't know what else to tell you. Maybe I'm a bad person. Maybe I'm not.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. But I believe in God. I always put God first. But after God, I gotta go get to that money, man. Because ain't nothing for free. When I go to the grocery, I just went to the grocery store earlier today. They didn't let me walk out. I had to stop at one of them self checkouts and I had to ring my stuff up. And here in Chicago, we got to pay for bags. Each bag I use, they charge me 10 cents for it. Everything cost. So I put the weight. God woke me up this morning. Every time I walk into my crib, you know what I say? Thank you, God. Now, see, you ain't here, so you ain't got to believe me, but every time I walk into the crib, I say, thank you, God. Every time I walk into my crib, I say, thank you, God. God put me in the position to be where I'm at. Nobody gave me no opportunity. God had in store what, listen, I never grew up and wanted to be a mover and own a moving company and a final mile trucking company. These weren't things in my mind. The last thing I was thinking about was lifting anything. It's not what I envisioned. So when you're sitting up here telling me stuff and you don't even know me, I never envisioned, this was never in my plan. Never. You don't even watch my content to even know how I even started in this business. If you watch my content, you would know I was fucked up. I lost a job. I didn't have any money. I went to Craigslist to sell a CD tower. I had a CD burner, a 7-drawer CD burner. I happened to stumble across the moving and labor, and I saw somebody put an ad. We'll do small moves and deliveries with a pickup truck. I had a Chevy Avalanche. A light bulb popped into my head. I copied that person's ad, created my own ad, changed the phone number. That's how it started. Who do you think that was? CJ? You don't even watch me. That wasn't nothing but God. From that day and that first phone call, and then that second phone call, and then that third phone call, and somewhere down the line in some of those phone calls, another light bulb popped in my head. Man, I can turn this into a real business. So that's what I started working towards. Then one day, after I was a licensed moving company and successful, I got a call one day. I wasn't looking for it. I got a call from a guy named Eric Field from a company called Dynamics, which is now called T-Force. He said, hey, we're having an issue with this IKEA contract. You know, we're used to delivering small packages, but we got this IKEA contract, and our contractors are just tearing things up. There's a lot of claims. So someone here in the office thought, well, maybe we should reach out to some moving companies, since moving companies are used to dealing with bigger, heavier items, and you guys know how to maneuver them. So my assistant went through Yelp and got some moving companies, and you're at the top of the list. You're the first company that I called. Would you be interested in coming in for a meeting? I went in for a meeting. They reiterated what they told me on the phone. They said, look, we can pay you $500 a route per day, $600 a route per day, Saturday and Sunday. We have morning routes, and then we got evening routes, 5 to 9. How many trucks can you provide? You know what I told them? As many as you need. I never heard of Dynamics. I never knew they existed. I didn't know shit about final mile delivery. I knew about moving. I had a moving company. God made that happen. So now I created another separate company, a trucking company. Now I got a final mile company. That was my biggest contract at that time. And then I went out and ventured on and got more contracts. And then within that company, they also had Office Depot. The operations supervisor said, hey, we're here, you're doing a good job with IKEA. You're running 3 trucks, 5 to 9s, and you're running 3 trucks in the morning. Would you have any extra people or vehicles to do some of these Office Depot routes? I didn't go in there and inquire about Office Depot. I didn't even inquire about IKEA. I didn't even know final mile was a thing. I didn't know what it was. That opportunity came to me. Wasn't me, it was God. You just made a full assessment, and you don't know me. You don't know my backstory. You don't know my history. Instead of asking me and having a conversation, you assumed. And now we're here. If God wouldn't have led me to go sell and put me in that bad position that I was in July of 2010, that I was so messed up that I'm going to go and list my CD tower on Craigslist for me to see that, for the light bulb to pop in my head, for me to copy that and post it myself, I would never be here talking to you right now. It was nothing but God. So how can you sit up here and tell me that?
That's a great testimony.
And you know what? I've told this story a million times over on this channel. So while you went and made a video and made me out to be this person based off the content that you watch, I've told this same story a million times on this channel. You conveniently missed it. But it was easy to go over there. And here's the thing. You can feel how you want to feel. I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? But to say I'm not a Christian and this, or not, you didn't say I'm not a Christian, to say that I don't involve God, it's crazy. The music I listen to, since you brought that up, the verbiage that I use has nothing to do with my faith. Nothing to do with my faith at all. And everything that I have is because of God. Without going to Craigslist, which God put me in that bad situation, which led me there, I wouldn't even be sitting here. All those opportunities is what got me to where I'm at. I didn't go seeking anything. I didn't go to school. I didn't go try to learn to be a moving company or a final mount company. All this came to me. It wasn't handed to me. Nothing. It just all came. It just came. And so I just disagree. Everything else I'm fine with. You can say what you want, you can feel what you want, but that right there, I can't let you do it. Now I'm gonna listen to my rap music. I'm gonna play my Gucci Mane. When I come on my live streams, I'm gonna play my Gucci Mane. It's gonna have some vulgar language. I don't believe in God. And I can't say that I'm not a sinner. I do sin. See, you can ask me whatever you want. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I'm gonna tell you, I'm a sinner. I sin. I don't worry about what the next people do. See, me, I'm gonna talk to you. I ain't gonna say, well, we all sin. No, I don't care what other people do. I sin. And every day I try to be a better person. There's some things that I won't do. Some sins I just I'm not gonna do. There's some sins that I just, I just do. I'm not gonna make, my channel is not a channel where I'm gonna try to invite people to Christ. I'm not gonna be after the pastor's sermon, all the deacons go up there in front of the church and they start singing the hymn and then they got their hand out inviting people to discipleship. That's not what I'm gonna do on this channel. We're not gonna be standing up here inviting people to discipleship. It's up to each individual what they want to do with their life and what religion they want to follow. Because guess what? I could have people watching me that are atheists. I could have people watching me that are Muslim. I could have people watching me that are Buddhist. I could have people watching me that are Christian. I'm not finna get into that. I'm not that well versed on theology to even where I would even feel comfortable talking about religion. I'm not that well versed on theology where I would even feel like where I would feel comfortable talking about religion. I believe in God. I know what God has done for me. God is with me. I thank God and I pray. And that's why I leave it. That's why I leave it, CJ. If there's a message that you would like to say to the audience, the floor is open. But I'm just, I'm, I just don't know what you want from me, bro. I just wish,
No, I appreciate it.
I just wish we could have had this conversation behind closed door, because I think you had I don't even think you knew how I even started. Because when I was just telling you that story, you said it's a great testimony. That means you never heard that story before, right?
I
Have
think
you
I've
heard
heard
that?
parts of it. I've heard part. I remember you talked about starting in that. It was an avalanche, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard parts of it, not the whole story from beginning to end. But I think I appreciate that what you said, but I don't. That's not what I was. That wasn't the point of what I said. Um,
Okay.
it
I
wasn't.
wish you I wish you would just say what you want to say so we can just all know. Cause I think at this point we just all want to know.
I've said it, but it's cool.
You
You
saying you
know,
saying you saying priorities. I put God first. So what else is it? What else you want me to do?
no, if however you feel, I respect it. However you
So
feel, I
Rose said
respect
you
it.
want me to turn my life over to the Lord. So I've already been baptized. I'm a Christian. I belong to a church. What else is there that you want me to do?
Well, that's material. Like yeah, a person that's born again, you know them. You know their light shines, and I just feel like you're kind of just going through the motions. You say that you go to church and you've been baptized, but it's a lifestyle. It's not. That doesn't matter.
Okay,
It's a lifestyle.
what's the lifestyle? How should my lifestyle be? How should I live? Tell me how should I live?
Well, I'm not gonna get into that, man.
Well, no, no,
I,
no.
I'll
Tell
just
me. Listen, CJ, I done carved out time. What's this lifestyle? Tell me how I should live my life.
I'll share it with you later. I don't want to do it here. Because no, because you're gonna feel like it's a personal attack, and I don't want
Eh,
to
No, no, no.
sound
Let me
like
tell you
that.
something. Let me tell you something. You already personally attacked me. Listen, CJ, listen, look at me, look at me. I listen. This heart right here, it don't pump no Kool-Aid. Whatever you need to say it. I'm not gonna feel no type of way. I'm not gonna feel embarrassed. I'm not gonna feel nothing, because I don't. Here's the thing. I don't say I don't care. I'm too old to like care about what people think about me, bro. I say this shit all the time. I'm not like some 20-something year old kid that is concerned about how people look and perceive them. Bro, I'm almost 50. I don't care, bro. Say what you want to say. Just say it.
I mean, it's nothing to say. It's like I said,
All right, bro. All right, bet.
it's
All
a
right, all right.
lifestyle. Yeah.
Well, I want to tell me what like the lifestyle I should be living. Should I be what should I do? Should I go get like a minivan or something? Like what do you want me to do? Like should I wear suits, or like what is the lifestyle, bro?
Um, I mean, like I said, if you're a born again Christian and Christ lives in you, I mean, you should know. I shouldn't have to tell you what you need to be doing or how to live your life. Um, and I don't want to, like I said, I'm trying not to sound judgmental. It's just,
It's too late for that, bro. You did that when you did your video yesterday. Too late for that. So that's what I'm saying. You already out here, CJ. You already out here. When you click record and you did a 27-minute video being judgmental towards another man, you did that yesterday. Today you've done it. So you might as well just go ahead and just finish it, bro. We here now. We got to go ahead and get to the finish line. You got to say what you feel. Say what's on your heart. Listen, ain't too many people going to sit up here and not know what you finna say and say, man, I'm good with it. Either way. I'm good with it either way. Because at the end of the day, once we get off this live stream, I'm going to call my girl and I'm going to lay my butt down and go to sleep. And I'm going to sleep fine. Them thread counts. I got them thread counts. I'm going to sleep good. See, that you didn't like that right there because that's that materialistic stuff right there. I know you didn't like. I said that purposely because I wanted to get you thrown off. But the point that I'm trying to make is say what you want to say. I'm not like no young whippersnapper. I'm a seasoned OG. I'm far past the years of, and I say this all the time on my channel. I'm far past the years of where that 20-something, early 30s, where they're just still concerned about how people think about them and stuff. I am almost 50 years old, bro. I don't care. Say what you feel. It's okay, brother. It's okay.
Yeah. I know. I said enough. I'll leave it
All
at
right.
that. Yeah.
All right.
I'll leave it at that.
All right.
And I think I said what I need to say, and like I said, I'm here for you, and I don't want to end the conversation. I would like to talk to you on a personal note, but this message had to get out. It had to.
I didn't get
It
the
had to.
message. I still didn't get the message.
Well, I
Okay.
mean,
Okay, man.
fine.
I'm gonna take what Rose said. I'm gonna go with what Rose said because Rose is your biggest advocate. So I would believe Rose would know where your heart lies. So Rose, where is that? Where Rose say? Rose, can you put that last statement that you said? Here it is. I found it. He wants you to turn your life over to Christ. And then somebody else said something. These are your people. It's your fellowship. What church you belong to? This is part of your fellowship right here. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. It was a bunch of super chats too. I got to go through those super chats. I didn't forget about y'all, but this is a really, this live stream was different, y'all. You're right. One thing you said, you did catch me off guard with the religion thing. You definitely caught me off guard. You caught me off guard with the religion thing, but you was wrong because you judged me. And you was wrong, CJ. But it's okay. It's okay. I can't find it was somebody else that said something. But we're gonna just go with what Rose said. Rose said you want me to turn my life over to Christ. So should I go rejoin the church? Let me know if you want me to go rejoin the church, and then I'll go rejoin the church. You want me to go rejoin the church?
What does that mean?
I mean, go
You are
back
the church.
once they do the invitation to discipleship. See, I know I go to church. That's how I know about the invitation to discipleship. Once they do the invitation to discipleship, after the pastor then gave a sermon and the deacons stand up there and they hold their hands, I'm gonna walk up in front of the church in front of all the people. I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna wait for them to finish singing the hymn. Then all the deacons gonna hug me, and then all the mothers are gonna come up and hug me. Then my mom gonna come up there and cry and thank you, Lord, thank you. And then the pastor is gonna come and tell stories about how I've been a member of the church since 1988. Because I'm not making this up. This is the real deal. I've been a member of the church since 1988, and he remembered me as when I was a little bitty boy. He remember when I was a little boy. He gonna tell stories of how he remember when he was a little bitty boy. My mama just gonna be up there smiling, just a smiling. And then that's rejoining the church. Is that what you want me to do, CJ? See, I know about all this stuff because I go to church.
You don't go to church. You can't go to church. You are the church. I know it doesn't make sense, but you are the
No,
church.
I've heard people say that before, but I normally hear that from people that don't go to church.
You can't go to church.
What do you mean?
You are the church.
So what's
Your
those
body is the
buildings?
temple.
What's those big
Your,
buildings with the? I get what you're saying. So what are these buildings called with the pulpits and the pews and stuff? What are those called?
That's where people assemble, but that's not the church. The church is the body. Your body
Okay.
is the church. Your body
All right.
is the
See,
temple.
okay. What are you, Christian?
Yeah.
You Baptist? I'm Baptist.
I follow God's word. That's it.
Okay.
I don't
All right.
identify with a religion.
So you saying I
Not
shouldn't go
that
to church?
you can't go to church. You are the church.
So what are
All you
these
have to
buildings?
do,
So what's the buildings that I be going? When I be going to the buildings, if that's? I thought I
that's
was
just an
going to church.
assembly. That's some doctrine that some man came up with and people follow that teaching. Why do you think there's so many denominations? They started with a man.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, we would be up all night talking about it. But I mean, once you read the Bible for yourself and stop letting a pastor teach you and let the Holy Spirit teach you, everything will make sense.
Okay. All right. See, I'm not. See, you notice how when you get to talking and you get to going there, I just stop because I'm not going to go back and forth. Because the way I was raised and the way you maybe were raised, or maybe you weren't raised this way, but this is something that you followed later on in life. That's just like me trying to get a Muslim to be a Christian. Like, I was raised in the church. All right, bro. You got any final words?
No, that's it.
Well, you sure?
No, I'm sure. Yeah, I see the comments. I already know. I don't care. God's people are always gonna get beat up. I don't care.
I'm
I'm
God's
gonna
people.
share the message.
I'm
Yeah,
God's
I'm gonna share
people.
the message. I'm gonna share the message.
So I'm not
Yeah,
God's
we
people.
brothers. We brothers in Christ.
Dang, I feel like I'm not God's people. Like, you making me feel like I'm not.
If I
Damn,
if I didn't care about you, I wouldn't even say nothing.
it's not. All right, bro. Okay, man. I appreciate you, CJ, man. I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate you. Um, you know, I hope you felt comfortable over here. I didn't expect for you to come with the religion stuff, but kind of threw me off. But I it's welcome. Whenever you want to come back, feel free. I really don't understand. I think I kind of get it, but I just wish you would have been a little bit more specific on what it is that you want from me. Um, that way, because even though I'm not, it's not gonna bother me, but I'm still gonna wonder, like, what was he really trying to say? Like, that wonder is still gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna always have to wonder then on what it is. So, but I appreciate you either way, man. I'm not gonna react to no more of your content. You off limits. Okay, I'm not gonna react to. Look, CJ, I'm not gonna react to no more of your content. You got my word.
It's not
Okay,
about that, but yeah.
you got my word. No more content. I appreciate you. All right, y'all have a good
Same
night. All
here.
right, all right, man.
All right. Thank you.
Yep, no problem.